Right. That better? You hear me now? You should be able to hear me now. I was just telling you about how tired and slow I've been today, so it's no surprise that my mic was muted there. It's kind of a reflection of how slow the Monday has been. But we're here nonetheless. We're here to play some video juegos. How are we all doing? You are not first, Dylan, but you are an early bird. You are an OG, as we all know very well. How do we do, fellow human beings? Better now that I'm able to talk, Katooks. How are you? How has your weekend been? I'm hoping a little bit less exhausting than perhaps I'm experiencing today. But that doesn't take away from the fact that we can still get some wins. We can still get ourselves some dubs. And obviously we're going to be doing some reacting for the second half of the stream. I think Alexia will come and have a little watch. I think she's got something that she wants me to react to, and I'll react to something from that channel as well that you mentioned, Katooks. So we've got a good couple of hours planned in here. How you doing, Kevin? Yeah, I'm assuming the fine was in response to me being muted and then subsequently being unmuted. What is reacting? Like watching a YouTube video, and then, you know, expressing our thoughts on it. Also, I've been able to... It's fake laughing. Yeah, we're gonna have lots of fake fun today, Katooks. It's all artificial here. I am, of course, not a real human being, so real laughter is not allowed. I've been configuring different things. Now, will this work? Oh, it will. So we now have... This is the reaction zone right here. Obviously, the camera is a little bit worse quality, but we have the angle that we need, where obviously I can sit here, and I can have Alexia plopped there as well. So we've got our angles set out for us. Not YouTube so hard to clickbait, but normally reacting involves that. Well, I would say normally streaming and other, entertainment platforms involves a lot of like hype energy and like, oh my god, like in your face, attention grabbing stuff. But that's not what we're here for. We're not here to steal attention. We're here to drive it forwards through interest, natural interest, not dopamine searching. As much as possible, anyway. I am still going to use some occasional loud noises through the clap. Should we get there, but I'm confident that we will. It will be a bit of trial and error, though, I won't lie, because I've not already done this before. I've not done reacting. I'll have to play the audio through the speakers, so that will be interesting. This is looking Aussie, and that .au confirms it. Lovely. As mod, I am extremely corrupted with power. But Kev, what caused you to seek out the moderator status? To be fair, you didn't seek it out. I kind of thrust it upon you. So you might be an interesting example. You might already have solved my question there. Are you corrupted by the power, Kev? Because you may not have sought it naturally. Or is your personality such that you are flexible with your morality in order to ascertain and gain more power? Oh, we're in the west side. Northwest Australia or just West Australia? Probably be... Let's say less... Oh, I thought it said let me forget. It's like, Jesus. It's okay. Error connecting to remote server. Oh dear. Oh no, what's wrong with my Nightbot? Nightbot, are you okay? We know already. Hashtag facts. I think both. So it tends to be that corruptible people go to positions of power, but it's also that even people who are resistant to corruption would still be corrupted by power because it is inherently corrupting. Is that what you're saying, Kadooks? Costa Yeeta? Really? For real? It was a yeet. We can't blame him. I probably should have looked at that sign and the fact that that was English. Could this just be the States? We've got a lot of trucks, but I've not seen boat trailers only. I'm almost tempted to use our 50 here. I'm gonna guess the States for sure. I'm guessing England or UK. Yeah, it is just the States. Lovely, lovely. Question of the day, but it can. Elon is a great example. He's trying to get us to Mars while others with power are sitting down all day making rash decisions. I'm confused as to what side of the argument you're going for there, Owen. Are you saying power has corrupted Elon? Or are you saying power has corrupted the rest? Because I don't know. Oh, is this Angkor? I'm not sure this is Angkor, but I'd quite like to guess it anyway. Yeah, let's go for India. That's no, oh dear, it had already been guessed. I'm going for Angkor. There's no other way. Hell yeah. How you doing, Crazy? Good to see you, the YouTube powerhouse himself. We were Angkor. It's an easily baitable thing. Hello there. What have we got? Have we got a school trip going on here? I saw lots of small... Oh. Wait, are they just adults? Am I just being offensive? I saw children, right? What? Alright. Look, let's just go outside. Let's have a look at Angkor. We like Angkor. Oh my god. I want to go further side. Damn. tall tree. That's a lengthy boy. Anchorage. Anchorage. Oh, my lips are dry. Problems. Okay. Well, this is somewhere. Is this you, Kev? Or is it Indo? Uh-oh. It is neither. Well, it's weird that it would be the Philippines, but it might be. I guess. Kind of wait and see what side of the road we're driving on. Is it Malaysia and people are just trolling with that guess? That's so troll. Such a scam flag. What flag is that? Help me, flag experts. And then Kev, show me where I can go. Direct me, oh Southeast Asian expert. Where are all the sites? Show me the sites. Right now I'm just, well, I mean, this is still kind of nice. Wide road there. Somewhere in the Caribbean. The Caribbean. Scam flag as well, I won't tell you though. Why are you withholding information here? Come on. What a long day, man. Oh well. And again, we're trekking. Guess this is no correr. Well, that's Spanish, right? Correr is to run. But I don't think this is Spain. Arzobispo Bernardo Piñera Carvalho. You think it's Chile? Well, it's got to be one of these, right? It's got to be Peru, Chile. It was Chile. Love it. There was literal Chile flag. No way was there literal Chile flag at spawn. Where? Flag blind. So this can come up a bit more for now. You guys can get a bit more of a view. Yeah, a bit more. You just get a bit more of Pac-Man. Did I have a good trip? Yes, I did, thank you. Yeah, I went up to Wales for the day. It's very nice. Very nice, thank you. My grandma owns a farm, so it's pretty cool. Pretty cool to have some space. Have a little roam around, and then come back. Lovely and refreshed, or at least I should have been. I'm actually just pretty tired, because the drive is like 2.5 hours each way, so that could be a bit long. Syndrome. Where in Wales? Just outside of Cardiff. So, South Wales. My new boyfriend, Wilbur Sue 5. He's in your bed. Oh. Crazy, what's going on? Crazy, what are you doing? You've gone crazy again. Seems like once every stream something unusual happens. We might go out here. Northern Hem. What? Northern Hem, Spanish country. No, wasn't that Spanish? Mexico. Bloody hell. Into the final. Into the final. Al final. Gone straight for Poland there, Katooks. I'll lock it in. Wow. Wow. We're in a challenging place right here. Let's go straight to here. Oh, it's Sweden or maybe Finland. Let's go Finland. Finland. Wow. And again, we've got some flags over there. Oh, they look varied though. Driving on the right. They're Uruguay flags. Am I tripping? Oh, it's Greece. Ah, fucked it. we're going to forget that happened. Nothing to see here, guys. We're going to go like that. So that's actually a victory. I know you can't see right now, but that was actually a win. So yeah. Oh, good job. Oh shit. Okay, I guess I deserve that. No move, pan, zoom for me. All right. I think you turned it off when you turned mic on. Oh, there's no background music. Is that better? Does that work? Since when we all get a clap, no? Yeah, about that. Yeah, the clap's broken. That's what it is. The clap is down for maintenance. You know, once every couple of months, you've got to bring in all of the clappers and make sure that they're, you know, you've got to have a psychiatric evaluation to make sure they're clapping for the right reason, because it's an authentic thing. The clap, it's one that you can't fake. It has to be done in only the best of terms, in only the brightest of pastures. Got to rest your hands. We just heard what's full? What is full? It's every 20,000 wins. Yeah, that's it. I've had 20,000 wins. I'm good enough to get 20,000 wins. That's for sure. I know you're all aware of that. I don't need to tell you that. You guys know. Now I might start to believe that if we can get a no move pan zoom win. We just had full Hayden. How did you like that then, Owen? Just unfiltered, unparalleled, unoriginal. Is that Hayden? Which would kind of imply that it's not Hayden, because it's not original. Is this just the States? I don't know the roads. Katooks would know. I don't want to just guess the States, though, because I don't know, man. That car looks a little bit... That building. America. Ah, shit. Canada? Canada. Should watch your new boyfriend. What is this? What is your new boyfriend? Is it a... It's a video? It's a song? It's a TV program? Fill me in. You got it. You did get it. I don't know what this is, though. Like, is that a European? Oh, fucking hell. A lot of people got it. Bloody hell, scary. It's a song. React to it. I'm a bit hesitant to react to songs, crazy, just because copyright infringements. Otherwise, I'd be fine too. Somewhere in East, Middle, Central Europe, Czechia? Someone guessed Ireland? Why are they guessing... What? Why did they guess Ireland in the UK? I kind of want to guess Czechia, but I don't mind guessing Hungary. Oh god, we're in a bit of trouble here. People got it. Like, most people got it. Germany? Really? What's a country that most people guess? Yeah, Poland's the best guess. Oh, bloody hell. Okay, perhaps Sweden, Finland? I'm gonna need some bollard assistance. Definitely gonna need some bollard assistance here, Katooks. No, I think people react to it on YouTube crazy. I don't know if they react to the whole song straight through, because then the sound gets taken off. Not Nordic looking. Oh, I thought it was. This is gonna be tough. I'm gonna wait. I always need bollard assistance. Okay, no, they've gone Germany, Austria. Maybe it's not. Maybe it's not. People would get Poland. God. Lithuania? Hungary? Don't think we were ever getting Luxembourg there. Not moving, panning, or zooming is usually going to do us a bit dirty there. What were you saying? What were you saying? Oh, okay. James coming in with Gambia. Yeah, Gambia is not going to be a good help there. Ghana would probably be a better guess. Gambia is not actually in Battle Royale, so that would be a little bit of a reach. What was the current thinking with question of the day? Power highlights pre-existing traits but doesn't corrupt by itself. Yeah, well, that's the question. Yeah. Is power in and of itself sufficient to corrupt, or does it take a certain demeanor? In Pedro. Who is Pedro? It's a forming thing, and if you react, most people don't get. Yeah, I think it's an automated system, is what I'm saying. Oh well, that's easy. That's a guess. That be a guess. People just making a 10-hour actually doesn't care about. I just don't know about the Twitch regs. I could just be flat out wrong here, but when I watch people do react videos, like even on YouTube, they cut it, so it's like you watch for 5 seconds and then it cuts, and then you watch for another 5 seconds, or like 5 to 10 seconds. They don't ever tend to play it all the way through. So I don't understand the rules, unfortunately. Oh, you were trying to snipe me. God damn it. You can snipe me next round. We'll probably do a distance one. We can battle each other on distance. Crazy. Okay. Just Russia, maybe. I think Ukraine. We get any EU symbols? Yeah, well, it's not Russia, so it's gonna be Ukraine. Beautiful. Not enough pine trees for Nordics. Yeah, fair. Just felt nice. Just felt nice. Oh, you think it's Kiev? Yeah, I mean, it's pretty good. What are your sneakies? Oh, the flags. Okay, sure. We'll do a country next. Yeah, this could be Kiev. I don't know much about Ukraine. Still hard to discern, other than the really obvious flags in the middle. Hard to discern between Ukraine and Russia, for me anyway. South Sweden sometimes has no pine. Does South Norway have pine? Don't use Chad. How could you not use Chad? We all love Chad. Oh! I haven't had this in so long. Oh my god, what a dream. What an absolute dream. Look at this goddamn road. Just look how crazy this is. Oh. I hate that everyone just knows it because of the car now. I want to be able to figure out Mongolia without knowing that it's Mongolia, you know. God. That was weird. You want to? Oh, nice. You're on. You're on the old Twitch as well. Do you play any games other than GeoGuessr? This is what? You a mod? Yes, I do play games other than GeoGuessr. I tend to do the first hour GeoGuessr at the moment, and then I'll do like the last hour. Like for the next hour, as in 7 o'clock till 8 o'clock, I'm going to be watching some videos, doing some React stuff. Is this Bulgaria? It feels a bit Bulgarian. Of course I'm a mod. You must have been my first mod then, James. Gingy is an old school friend, and I used to stream when we played Fortnite together a few years back. Just a casual thing, but that was they were good times, man. The old days of Fortnite. Casual. I mean, we did grind pretty hard, but I casually streamed. Didn't take it that seriously. La verdad. Yeah, this is probably Argentina. Nice. Before Kev, you need a nickname. He can have a nickname if he becomes a an integral member of the stream, a moderator, destined for greatness. Do I stream 6 till 8? Yeah, mate. Monday to Wednesday, anyway. I stream 6 to 8. Thursday, I stream 7 till 8, and then... Actually, that's going to be changing soon. I'll start streaming 7 till 8 on the Wednesday, because I work evenings. A elusive figure, I come and go like the wind. You do. And all power to you. Late night on Friday, yeah. So I stream 9 till midnight on Friday. Sometimes a little bit before, sometimes like 8:30 or like 8 till midnight. Axo Argentinen. What is Axo? Like the accents that you're using as well. I'll say all countries on German. Oh, nice. I like that. You do that crazy. You're going to teach me a thing or two. Is that Korean? No. It could just be Japan then, right? Just Japan. Oh god, I was too slow. I shouldn't have been scrolling around. Not a bad thing. It's alright, Katooks, we don't see it. If we don't see the error, then for God's sake. Was this your doing as well, James? The guest gardener. Let's play some games one day. Sure, man. The games that I play are being very varied at the moment, so there may be opportune. The reason why I'm not playing like shooting games is because it's way too it's way too dilute and actually different to what I usually play. So I don't think there's much of a there's not much of a reach that you get playing things like Fortnite or even like Warzone or these shooters, because just everyone streams them. And these kind of games give me more an opportunity to talk and ask these kinds of questions, you know? These hard-hitting questions that only the biggest of brains can answer. So I need to guess Ghana every time. Alright, so I'm going to press play now, Crazy. Are you ready? I hope you're ready and in the queue ready to snipe. You weren't. Let's try again. There he is. There we go. I didn't forget about you, don't worry. Get me on, I'll give you some insightful information from a nurse's standpoint. Hell yeah, dude. We can just do a just chatting. Honestly, because ideally, if I get more of a if I get even a little bit more of a platform, I'll do more like just chatting streams. That's what I want to do. So if I'm able to do that, then we can just talk about things. That would be cool. Or we can do it passively while we play something that's like pretty standard, like easy to talk whilst playing, you know? It can be harder to talk while playing like an intense game of Fortnite. Yeah, this is looking South America. You think it's Chile, do you? Alright, I trust you, Katooks. All trust there. But yeah, man, that sounds like a plan. Nice to have some variety. I honestly want to have as much variety as I can do without without being a terrifying, multifaceted stream where some people love the content and other people are like, oh god, not this fucking game, you know? Which is kind of how I feel about Getting Over It, because my god, that game is something. It's something. It's a game. Oh, I have Santander. Variety is the spice of life. You are not wrong. You are not wrong, because I don't particularly like that game. What, you don't particularly like Getting Over It? Join the club, Katooks. Join the goddamn club. France, Panatiara Toca. Are we in Brazil? Philippines, maybe? Kind of tempted to guess Philippines. If the sun is in the north, it is not. Okay, so we are in the southern hem. But it's not Brazil. Could this be... I don't know. Uruguay? Chile? Colombia or Ecuador? I'd rather go... Well, Ecuador's been guessed. If it's Colombia, then that's actually such a bait, because this sun looks pretty... Well, it doesn't look that northern. Wow. It's still, like, it's northern enough, though, isn't it? Like, looking down here, that's not up. So are we, like, in the southern part of Argentina? Because there's not that much. Not that much of... Argentina? What are we talking about? There's not that much of Colombia that is in the southern hem, right? It's like that A little bit. Something like that. The sun moves? How dare you tell me that the sun moves? The earth is flat, don't you know, Katooks? Maybe I should have that as my next question of the day. No, maybe it's not even just a question, it's just a blanket statement. The earth is flat. Ooh, that would trigger some people. Oh, I've not been doing the thing and I would have got it right here. No, I haven't been listening to my wheel spin. I'm a bad person. I'm going to have to spin the wheel again next round. Oh, crazy. It's still going. Hey, hi, brain. I mean, I definitely would have guessed Botswana if that tape wasn't there, because it looked pretty Botswana-like. So, but I also bask in Katooks being wrong, because it's a rarity. Did that guy have a bloody yellow plate? What? They had like a weird coloured plate. Yeah, it's hilly enough. Can you tell where it is based off the car camera? Usually, no. That one, the Ghana one, we could tell is because there's tape on the car. I think this one I can tell. It is Uganda. And I can tell because the car, we can see both sides of it. So this one is a meta guess for sure. You can see both of the mirrors, and the other cars you can't usually see both the mirrors. So sometimes I'm a dirty meta gamer, I know. But it gets us through. Gets us through the game. Meta guess is cheating is what it is. Yeah, but everyone cheats. It's really hard when everyone does it. This could just be... Oh, it's not the UK. It's the Netherlands. A little bit worried that it's Denmark. A little bit worried that it's Denmark. Okay, we're good, we're good. That is, would you call it meta, James, if I'm using certain styles of number plate? Is that dirty cheating? What is that language? And he does it again. GG's Katooks, you receive the clap. Let me immortalize you again. Where are you? We enter the clap hall of fame. Here he is. Right. Up to 22. You're approaching my ultimate lucky number of 24, Katooks. Disgusting stuff. Absolutely filthy. And we've beaten the craziest of plays. Oh, I'm presuming you're not in this one. No, you're not. You are not in this one. Right, do one more. The goal is still 69. You've got a ways to go, but I trust it. I trust that you can make it. That's meta. Hey, it is definitely meta. Ooh. See, I'm going to pronounce that Lusinka. Tell me, am I wrong? Is that wrong? I'm getting meowed at by the cab. Either way, welcome. Thanks for the follow. Feel free to lurk. Feel free to jump on in and get guessing. We do battle for the round of applause here, the coveted clap, which basically means that if you win a game, if you get the winning guess on the battle royale to get the win, then your name will be immortalized in my Discord, as you can see here. We've got 22 wins of Katooks, big man out on top. We need someone to challenge him. Crazy Plays the Redeemer has a valiant effort, but he is just too powerful. God, what the hell is this? Some sort of... Is it Eswatini? God, this felt so, like, Aussie to me. Fair enough. Fair enough. No, it isn't Ron. Nice! Nice. Lusinka. Thanks for joining us, my fellow human being. Welcome. You've come at a good time, because we've got to win. Sometimes you'll see me face down on my keyboard, feeling very sad. And that's not just because I'm a second best to my own chat at GeoGuessr, but sometimes I play other games that cause severe lapses in brain capacity. And please don't worry too much about the quotes in the chat. The people like to save my... Yes. Mine and my friends' different things that we say are sometimes immortalized in the chat, as you will sometimes see. Yep, there's another one there. Strange name, could be getting botted. Yeah, no, Nightbot is slacking. I don't really know what's wrong with it. Well, I may have mentioned how I study forest science, and holy shit, Eswatini doesn't know how to manage their forests. I always notice it. How do you manage a forest, Katooks? Tell me that. Oh god. That said S. This is so pretty. Is this Slovenia? How lovely. So lovely. I want to go to here. God damn. James, you ever been to Serbia? Because I saw the S and the E and I was like, what this? I was just confused. Yeah, I've not been either. I'd like to go to this part of Slovenia though. It's so beautiful. God damn. It almost reminds me of Switzerland. It kind of reminded me of Andorra until I saw the buildings. And they look a bit different. They look a little different. Watch you win? What do you mean watch you win? We're here. We're in this together, you know? Watch... No, been to Slovenia. Oh, you have been to Slovenia. What part? You've been to Ljubljana. It's like, are you saying it's like a less affluent Switzerland? The Slav edition of Switzerland. Oh, cool. I've never been skiing. One of those things that just never happened for me. Bulgaria? Is that a yeet? Why isn't this Russia? Oh, I'm going Ukraine. It was a yeet. You've got to put yeet there if you're yeeting it, Katooks, because I know you. When you don't put yeet, it's pretty much always right. So I trust you. Trust you to have the insight. Oh, you have been to Ljubljana. I haven't lived till I go skiing. I've been sledging. You know when you go down on the... Is that the follow car? We're metagaming again here, my friends. I do apologize. I feel shame. I am not metagaming very well, it seems. I'm in the wrong continent here. I thought I saw the follow car, but I definitely did not. And we are in what appears to be South America. It's not Argentina though. Could be Chile. Could Peru. I think I'm gonna have to go Chile last, but I want to wait until one more person guesses. I'm pretty sure this is Chile. Oh, it's not Chile. Uruguay? Bloody hell. Terrifying. Terrifying. Winter sports popular with middle-class white families. You're calling me out there, but I've never been skiing, so I'm not fitting the description there. Maybe I'm just an outlier. You know. Self-importance +5. Ego +8. Oh my god, is it Angkor again? Are we outside Angkor? I'm gonna go for it. We've never had this angle of it though. Hell yeah, if so. God damn it, let me explore Angkor. I remember your image as well, Bird Cat Snake. Yes. Welcome back. Good to see you. How you been doing? Was it Sweden? You look more like a snowboarder with that hair. Is there a difference? Skiers and snowboarders carry very different aesthetics. Colombia is such a yeet. Colombia is the biggest yeet I've ever seen. How are you right? Just how are you correct? Bad. Oh, I'm sorry to hear that, Bird Cat Snake. But I'm at least glad I remembered where you were from. We were talking about, when you were here last, I think we were talking about the poor state of mental health care in Sweden. What were we talking about? Well, we know that this is gonorrhea. Oh dear. Definitely don't quote that. Definitely do not quote that. Oh, this is so lovely. Norway? Switzerland? Oh, it's so beautiful. I'm going it. Crap. If you've suggested Swiss, then I'm dead. Eh. Oh, what? Austria? Or is it Slovenia? Ooh, nice. Was that back to back? I hope it was back to back. I'm giving it to you, Katooks. You've earned that one. You're up to it. You're one off now. One off my lucky number. What a lovely place. I'm doing well though. Bird, cat, snake. I mean, I say well. I'm pretty tired, to be honest. I had a long Monday. I was out on the weekend, so I was doing a fair bit of driving. So I'm a little bit tired, but I'm feeling good. Feeling good being here. Back at it with the streaming again, and well, back at it winning. Feeling good. I think I'm going to do a distance royale, so you can try and snipe me crazy if you've got the time. I know you're gonna. Can you stop that, please? Yeah, I'm not going to repeat it, but yeah, I did say something quite bad then. Yeah, maybe you might see a little bit of improvement in our gameplay, Bird, Cat, Snake. Because we're going for a back-to-back-to-back here, which I don't know if I've ever done before. I've won back-to-back once, but never back-to-back-to-back. The triple back. So that would be spicy. Maybe I'll have to include that as within the clap. Crazy as Modpog. Yeah, man, crazy as my YouTube brethren. He lives within the YouTube premises. Yeah, bird, cat, snake. Anything in particular you wanna talk about? It doesn't have to be related to the gameplay. You had some interesting stuff to say. I remember the last time you came around. So if you want to talk about anything different, then you go for it. We are here as a general forum of polite big brainers. I say big brainers because I feel like the more that I say it, the more it becomes true. You know, manifestation and all that. Ah, yes, the question of the day. I think corruptible people seek power, and it's hard to gain power unless you are corruptible. Ahaha. It sounds as though you are speaking volumes about the United Kingdom's current Prime Minister. Because it's very easy to gain power if you shift your perspective to whatever is popular at the time. So yeah, you're quite right. It seems that maybe the most powerful people are the most corruptible because of how easy it is to neglect your humanity in order to... Is this Romania? Well, Romania have these kind of statues, don't they? I think it's sad. It could be sad Bulgaria. It feels like slightly more happy though, so I'm going to go slightly happier Romania. Corrupt people do see power, but sometimes people who end up in power see the opportunity and get corrupted. I see what you mean. You're kind of referring to the both argument. So power can corrupt if the opportunity arises, but it's more likely for corruptible people to seek out power. And it's also more likely for them to gain power through being corruptible, because if you don't carry strong affiliations to anything... Ah, yes, it was sad Romania. If you don't carry strong affiliations to anything, then you're not reliant on what you believe in to be popular. You don't have to rely on anything. All you have to rely on is your ability to perceive what people want to see. And then you just, like, become some sort of worm and worm your way through life. Kutux is too good. He needs to go to a timeout room. I'll build a little timeout room for him, but he'll just escape it. He's a bloody shadow. Driving on the left here. Driving on the left, I presume Southern Hem. Yep. I guess we kind of have to guess Africa, don't we? Don't know whether we're going to be... I'm going to go around here. That'll do. When I was here last time, I just said my mental health is crap in general, but I don't think I mentioned I just found out my best friend had 20 years. Wow. Oh, that's awful. I'm sorry to hear that. Bird, cat, snake. So was that when you'd found out? Did you find out a couple of months ago when you were here last? Or is that something you found out recently? Just so I understand. It's awful news either way, though. I think grief is one of the most powerful of the negative experiences that we can go through. Crap, I was pretty off with the... I went northeast to southwest. Yikes. Still the second best guess, though. We're okay with that. I'll move my conscience. Yes. Yes. That is the correct answer, Katooks. Campeones. Norte Andalucía. Well, this is making me think that we're in Spain. No, no, we are in Portugal. No, I really thought it was Spain, but no, this is now Portugal. Perhaps North Portugal. Couldn't say for sure. I could probably look for these places. Oh god, no, it's definitely close to Lisbon. Alright. That's fine. Close to Lisbon will get us there. Bloody hell. Bit scary. Spain, this game is pain, so I'm a rain. How are you going to rain as a human being, crazy? How does one rain? Are you talking about like rain from your eyes? Like crying? Please don't cry. Unless they're tears of joy. Or tears of soy, if you're a soy boy. Like myself. Well, I would have guessed England, but I'm not going to now. Not gonna guess that now. Probably gonna guess... Not sure exactly where. This is... I'm hoping this is the Netherlands. The Nederlanders. I love soy. Hell yeah, I do as well. I might be cooking a tofu meal this evening. Oh, that reminds me. Do you want tofu? Cool. Oh, actually, I'll have to check the... it's either tofu or fajitas. One of the two. Uh-oh, we're in trouble. Why? It doesn't feel like we're around here, though. It really doesn't feel like we're up top. Ah, crap. We never are in Rotterdam, surely. Well, it didn't feel like Amsterdam. And it wasn't. Yikes. Not the end of the world. Not the end of the world. Crazy, you're not in this one, are you? No, I'll wait for you. Try again. Try again for the snipe. There you go. You're on fire! Those townhouses. I love townhouses. I live in a townhouse with 8... Blimey. Pretty cool. Soy sauce is good. I had rice and soy sauce. Rice, gravy, soy sauce, and tofu. I don't think I've ever had gravy with soy sauce. Isn't that like quite a lot of liquid? I'm willing to have my mind changed on this, but I've never had it before. Are we gonna yeet Nigeria? Or are we in the wrong continent again? Yeah, we're just in the wrong continent again, aren't we? I really wanted to yeet Nigeria, though. You need to understand how much I wanted to yeet Nigeria. It's probably Colombia, right? Cool. So you make the... No, you make the gravy from the soy sauce? Like oat milk. Oh! Oh! Oat milk, oat cream, soy sauce. Huh. I've never heard of that before. What's the texture like? Is it like kind of, I don't know, like gravy thickness? Just not heard of this before, because I do use oat milk as well. Not oat cream, but oat milk. Going gym now, brother. No worries, James. Thanks for dropping by. We'll try and get some Q&A stuff going soon. That would be cool. That would be cool, man. Enjoy the gym. Stay on stream boost numbers. Hell yeah, dude. Get me up with that exposure. I appreciate it, man. Oh, do you think it's Guam? That's such a yeet. And now, chat, I have to remember where Guam is. That's Hawaii. Is it this way? Bermuda. No, it's like over here somewhere, isn't it? Right. Right from the Philippines. Guam. How did you know it was Guam? What? Yeah, find a chilled game to play whilst chatting. Yes. Yes. Yes, I will do that. Maybe I can play that Fox game. Fox game looks good. The house is like a loaf. The house is like a loaf? Like a cat loaf. Oh, it was Guam. The inside it is 8 houses. God, that is like, that's hard to imagine, bird cat snake. I'm like trying to visualize it. It's confusing, but it sounds cool. What kind of gravy are you used to? Like, I don't know, onion gravy? Is that a thing? I don't know. What is gravy even made of? Like, you get those granules that you put in boiling water. I don't home make it. I'm very much a noob when it comes to cooking. This is a dance that has happened many a time. What is a dance that has happened many a time? Are you asking to dance with me, Kev? Might be more Northern Marianas, Finland looking place. Alright, I guess Finland. It's good enough. Good enough. A robot unicorn. I've never heard of robot unicorn. Make a note of it though. Sweden. The Guam dance. I can't do the Guam dance. Oh. Wow. Very southern tip. Heard of robot unicorn. What sort of stream is it? It's a stream where I haven't heard of a robot unicorn. What's wrong with not hearing of robot unicorn? Is this like the most popular game going or something? My introverted ass is here only knowing what he knows. I will unashamedly not know things. Ooh. This isn't Japan. Is it Hong Kong, Taiwan? Let's go for Taiwan. The arcade game, but it's a quick laugh. Fair, man. If it's easy to play, then I'm all for it. I've written it down anyway, so I can check it out. Here's an illustration to my house. It is long, it has 2 floors. Okay. Long oh god, wait, does it have... Wow, it has 8 gardens? Oh my god, that's wild. Sad Bulgaria, sad Bulgaria. That's such a crazy place, bird cat snake. So it's just like a massive building that's split into like 8 different sections. So it's like a loaf of bread with 8 different slices cut out. Right? I got that right. Sounds crazy. I generally prefer cornstarch as thickener. Oh, I have cornstarch. Uh-oh. Are we in sad Bulgaria? Don't you have townhouses? I mean, I think so, but I don't really think of them as... I don't think I've ever seen 8 in a row of townhouses. That, or I'm just very unobservant with houses. You ever seen 8? Also, can you turn the heater off? I'm sweating. Oh. It was sad hungry. But it seems most people were in the sad Bulgaria boat. In London. Yeah, I'm usually not looking around in London. My gaze is firmly onto the floor. Slavonia? Well, it could only be Slovenia then, right? Nope. That is not Slovenia. Schrott. Rostofhandel. Where's Crazy when you need him? Oh crap, he's in the game. Oh, we're in a bit of trouble. Is that Aldi? Is that the Aldi symbol? Hofer. Hofer. I'm going to go border of Austria and Germany because I have no idea which one we are in right now. It is Austria. It is Austria. Don't know where in Austria. Somewhere. Guess Vienna. There we go. Uh-oh. Bloody hell. Good thing we guessed Vienna there, Katooks. Would have been in a bit of trouble. I think we would have just gone out, actually. That guy may have been very close to knocking us. I saw it coming. You did, and I'm glad you did, because I did not. I'm too busy thinking about this loaf house. Loafhausen. Prophet. The prophet speaks to me. Why is that in English? What's going on? Yo, this place is not familiar to me at all. Why were there stuff in English? Oh, I went up. I think I'm just dead. Oh, it's so close. Oh. Oh, we were all wrong. We were all wrong. I would have been so ridiculously close to being okay then. Yikes. I just don't know why they had English. I got baited. I got baited by the English. Let's see where crazy goes here then. This is looking a little bit European. Just a smidgen. Just a smidgen European. Well, we'll see whether crazy can make it into the final then. Oh, I think we have flags over here. Am I being flag blind? Nope, not being flag blind. But at the same time, those flags aren't very helpful. Oh, crazy's out. Well, that was quick. That was quick and easy. We're gonna do uno mas, and I am open. I'm open to this being a different game mode. I'm open to this being some sort of homemade map. I am open to it being just another battle royale, but we're going to do one more of something, and then we can do a hour or so of watching videos and having a jolly old time reacting. Let us know they all look the same. Yeah, I'm not doing a state streak. I'm definitely not open to that. I really do not understand how people can discern between the 51 states of America. Is it 51? It's probably 51. Do private battle. I don't think we have many private battlers here, Crazy. You and I are the main contenders that fight each other. Katooks is the lurking shadow. There's 50. For real. What happened to that 51st one? Did they remove one of them? Why would I remember it as 51? You're trolling me, right? There's no way. There's no way I remember it. Why would I choose to remember it as an uneven number? Canada is 51st? Oh, that's definitely not what I thought it was. Oh, for God's sake. Alright, guys. Look, let's do a distance battle. Let's do a distance battle. I'll give you the code. If I get 3, I'll consider it. I'm putting it in there. You've got the opportunity there now, chat. If you do want to play, I'm giving it to you. But it's just this one time. Just this one time. Katooks is here. We're in danger. But if add Guam... Okay, there is. If add Guam, Puerto Rico, and DC, it will be 53, one nation, indivisible. Prime number. Hey, I'd love it if they added them, though. One game, yeah, it's distance, though. It is distance. Yes, I prefer that, because that means I can get lucky and win. Anyone else want to play? I'm going to give you 15 segundos. That's a fair amount of time to click a link and maybe log in. I don't know if that's how it works. Nonetheless, we go again in 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Press. Good luck, everyone. I feel very scared. I feel very scared playing this one. Immediately I see a sign that fills me with dread. Well, well, well. We are somewhere. Somewhere only we know. Certainly not somewhere I know. Not a place I have been before. Get a guess in early, because this could be our last. Okay. Okay, I like being 8,000 miles away from Owen. That makes me feel safe. Good, you guys are making me feel confident. Making me feel... Uh-oh. Katooks, no. Katooks, stop it. You... Oh no. Why wasn't I guessing? Why did I not give myself the opportunity to win by not guessing? I'm just out. Well, I was first for a long time. Unfortunately, it was... Oh my god, really? It was actually on Botswana. So I was in the wrong place. In Gaborone. Fair enough. Let's have a look. See what we would have had next. Okay. Okay, well that would... That's some indicator of where we are. But can Katooks discover a specific location? Winkelmolen. Winkelmolen. I can't believe there's so many flags. Literally, you could not miss them. Could not miss them. If any of you don't get the correct country, I will be baffled. Within the country, sure. This is a very expansive land. I would not know where to guess. Owen is in a bit of trouble. And he is out of there. So it was, wow, near Toronto. Fair enough. And that'll be the finals. In we go. Who will it be? Can the Redeemer challenge the Shadow? He's done it before. It was quite the battle. But it is a rare win. It's a rare victory. God, I'm pretty confused by this one. Kind of glad I'm not in this final, because... Jesus Christ. Alright, there we go. Has made a guess. Ooh, got... Oh, that's helpful. That would be a really helpful sign. So at least we now know the country we're in. I don't have much else, but I know what country we're in. But now, is the country good enough? Oh. You guys were pretty close. Pretty close, both in the kind of north to the northeast of Poland. But obviously Katooks takes it down. We can't hope for much more or much less than that. So Katooks winning is a big Jeej. Yeah, you get so many for winning rounds, I think, the guesses. GG's anyway. That was fun. That was fun, and going out first is always my favourite thing to do. Guess Ghana. Whoops. We forget about guessing Ghana. No one guesses Ghana here. But we do Reactorinos. Now, I'm just looking at pictures of townhouses. Are you looking at English ones? Because I'm curious. Right, we're going up into the... You're going up into my Colosseum. Welcome from up there. You are all thrilled, I am sure, to be a part of this video. This video watching extravaganza. Now I just need to load things up. We're gonna obviously be having the audio in an external format coming through speakers. So let me know. I'm about to swap my own audio devices, so let me know if you can still hear things. So how is that? Can you still... We're gonna have to test for the rest of the audio. Okay. Okay. Right. So it feels weird not having headphones on. Oh god, I'm talking. This is what I've been sounding like the whole time. Jesus. Jesus Christ. The headphones are making me sound so much safer. Voice audible, BGM loud. Yes. So there you go. The audio will be coming off, or the background music will be coming off entirely. I am going to set the stream up. For the last hour, Crazy, we're going to be watching, doing some React videos. So I'm going to be watching some stuff that chat has wanted me to watch, and I think Alexia has wanted me to watch too. React. Okay. I don't know what I should title this. What would you title this stream? I'm also ready for you. So. Okay. Well, I'm putting therapist and GF because you know you are technically also here.
I am. I thought you were gonna say.
Technically I am. What am I doing? We're gonna have to go YouTube, and then I want to find that video. So the first one that we had suggested, hashtag Hayden React. Hell yeah, dude. Let's get that hashtag going. Technically here. What are you talking about, Gav? Right. So this was one of the channels that that Katuk suggested. Now. The Great Silence. My goodness. What's standing out here, chat? I know you'll have some suggestions, Katuks, but we're going to be watching some of these things. I'm going to go like that. I'm going to put us onto what is the thing on Twitch? Just chatting, isn't it? There we go. Perfect. Hometown. I don't know if it would be funny. We're going to watch fairly reactable things. This looks like reactable content there. We have lots of views on these. Search for DB Cooper. Flight one. This one. The Vanishing of Flight 370. Is this one any good, Katooks? Looks kind of interesting. Yeah, they're fairly wrong. Top 10 facts on Reddit. Top 10 facts Reddit. That one's a little bit shorter as well. What are we thinking, chat? Alexia, you can also chime in here. We've got a flight vanishing video. We've got top 10 Reddit facts. We've got to search for someone's body, but that one is about a half an hour. We wanna have time at the same time. The universal S. You know the S's that you draw? I don't know what it's going to be talking about, but you know the ones that you draw. You like join the lines.
Yeah, I know those ones.
Yeah.
It's got a picture.
The top 10 videos are not that good. Sag. Well, you're pointing us towards longer videos there, Katooks, which might be met with some resistance. Oh, the Legend of the Bermuda Triangle. That would be interesting. Personally, I recommend that one. Oh, so this one or this one? I'd be swaying towards this one just because I like mysteries. I like mysteries around people disappearing. The newer ones are generally better. Understandable. You got any preference? This one. Someone seems to be disappearing. A flight has disappeared. Or a colony has disappeared.
Colony.
You want the colony one? God damn it. Everyone wants different ones. Chat. I guess we can go for the one in between. It's a hijacker disappearing. Oh. Jesus. What is hhhhh.com? Is it my website? Oh, I see. It's kind of funny they're trying to find the hijacker. Alright. Look, chat. We're gonna watch. Yeah, I know. I know they're long. That's what I'm thinking. Because maybe I don't think I'm gonna skip through them. That's the thing. Because that's why I'm struggling with them. You want the colony one. Someone else in the chat wants that one, and I want this one. So we're all hitting different points. I'm just gonna click on one. Oh, well, we can do both. That's what I'm saying. But that's why I want to get started now. Yeah. So you, I know you've got something you want to react to as well. So we'll watch this, and then we'll watch what you want to react to, and then we can be open to new suggestions. Right. Now, does audio function? Let me get Spotify stopped. How do we sound when things are being played through here? Catus?
Near the end of the 16th century,
How's
a
that?
man by the name of John White embarked on a transatlantic voyage.
Yeah, you hear the
His
sound?
destination was the island of Roanoke along the southeastern coast of North America.
Okay, I don't want you to be
On
hearing
this
it too loud
island,
through the mic
White had
either.
established an English colony some 3 years before, and he was now returning to resume his position as governor. After a long and difficult journey,
Oh my
White
god, you're
finally
all
reached
calling it out. You said I was the streamer doing it, and now you want the flight one. You guys are picky. I don't know how in favor we are of this, but I've actually listened to things quite quickly, so I'm gonna put it on 1.25 speed because I like listening. You want me to move the question of the day? Sure. There you go. Is that better?
the site of the colony, only to find the more than 100 men, women and children he'd left behind had disappeared.
Oh.
A secret message carved into a tree was one of the only clues left behind at the scene. Before
boy.
White had a chance to conduct a more extensive search, the ship returned to England, and in its wake, it left a mystery. What happened to the lost colony of Roanoke?
Okay. Many have disappeared. You're also hiding.
Before we can tackle the lost
No,
colony,
it's still working.
we first
Lol.
need to understand the events leading up to its disappearance.
Okay.
The story begins in 1584, when two ships sailed across the Atlantic to scout for a suitable location for the planting of the first permanent English colony in America. In mid-July,
Okay,
they
love
made
it.
landfall on a string of barrier islands known as the Outer Banks. The English quickly developed friendly relations with the local Native Americans and were soon invited to their village on Roanoke Island. After
Shouldn't have
about a month,
invited them.
The scouting expedition returned to their ships and sailed back to England.
Don't invite the British
Upon
in.
the
That's the.
expedition's return in mid-September, the man in charge of the enterprise, Walter Raleigh, immediately began
Never should have
preparations
come
to plant a
here.
permanent colony somewhere along the Outer Banks. Raleigh was soon thereafter knighted by Queen Elizabeth I, and the new land was to be named Virginia in honor of the Virgin Queen. In April of 1585, a fleet of 7 ships departed England with a complement of roughly 600 men and loaded with enough provisions to sustain the colony for about a year. The fleet reached the Outer Banks at the end of June, but was soon faced with a crisis. Navigating the waters of the Outer Banks can be notoriously treacherous, as indicated by these sinking ships. And when the flagship passed through one of the shallow inlets, it struck a shoal and was nearly destroyed. As the flagship carried the bulk of the provisions and most of it was now spoiled by seawater, the scope of the colony had to be dramatically reduced.
Okay. So nature's
About
kind of shagging
100
them.
men, far fewer than initially intended, were stationed on Roanoke Island, and with the natives' approval, they began construction of what was to become the Roanoke Colony. The island was primarily chosen for its strategic value. It provided quick access to the ocean while still making the colony
No crumpets
invisible
allowed.
to Spanish patrols.
Not until you've watched your
Spain
TV
had already
program.
colonized and laid claim to much of what the English now called Virginia, so they had to be careful not to attract any unwanted attention. A second wave of supplies and reinforcements was expected to arrive before the winter, but unbeknownst to the colonists, the resupply mission had been countermanded by the Queen to deal with more pressing concerns back in England. As such, once the colonists ran out of food, they had to rely on the generosity of the natives. However, the natives only had so much to spare and struggled to meet increasing demands by the colonists.
Oh god, that's
This
so brutal.
overdependence quickly began to strain their relationship.
So they were just so
Meanwhile,
screwed
people
unless the
began to
natives were
notice a
kind.
disturbing trend. Every time the English visited a Native American village, many of its inhabitants would inexplicably collapse and die. The natives believed the English could kill from a distance by shooting invisible bullets, and they were not too far off. While unknown at the time, the English were carrying deadly pathogens to which the natives lacked immunity, and thus an epidemic was
Yeah,
unwittingly
I
unleashed
heard
upon the
No.
indigenous population.
Kindness
The two
kills.
leaders back on Roanoke, colonial governor
Yo,
Ralph
they
Lane
sh-
and
they should have been
Indian
they
chief
should have been
Virginia,
mean to us.
eventually grew so suspicious of one another that cohabitation was no longer possible. Wingina decided to remove his people from the island and retreated to a larger village on the mainland. Meanwhile, Lane came to believe that Virginia had formed an alliance with other tribes and that they were plotting to launch an attack against the colony. Whether he was paranoid or not, Lane decided to take preemptive action. On the 1st of June, 1586, Lane and his men made their way to the mainland village and massacred its people. One of the Englishmen chased after and decapitated Wingina, and his head was later impaled outside a fort of the colony.
Yep. Sounds about right. Let's go kill the natives.
A large English fleet commanded by the renowned sea captain Sir Francis Drake dropped by the Outer Banks on its way back to England. Given the lack of food and
very traditionally English,
yeah, it was decided to
proud to be English, you know.
The colonists were hastily
very proud
off the island, and then after 9 long months, they all returned home.
There's a lot of German in the chat there, crazy.
Who were not located in time for the evacuation, and so the fleet left them behind. They were never heard from again. If the scouting expedition of 1584 had been a resounding success, the colony of 1585 was a categorical failure. Relations with the Native Americans had completely fallen apart. The severe lack of food had made life miserable.
Cutting off the head of the leader would probably do that. Yeah. Relations fell apart.
In spite of all this, at least one man was eager to return. His name was John.
Relations tend to fall apart when you massacre and then behead the colony.
Him or based on his work. Somewhat ironically, however, there are no surviving portraits of White himself. White's participation in his earlier voyages is slightly ambiguous. He may have been part of the scouting expedition in 1584, but he was definitely part of the voyage in 1585. What is a bit unclear is whether he stayed behind at the colony or returned to England with the outbound fleet. For instance, White's name is not included in a surviving list of all the colonists. But some historians believe this is merely an oversight and that he was in fact part of the colony. In either case, Sir Walter Raleigh was eventually persuaded by White and others to attempt a second venture. Unlike the first colony, which had been more akin to a military outpost, the second would include women and children, including White's pregnant daughter, Eleanor Dare. After a long struggle to secure the necessary funding, a fleet of 3 ships commanded by White, who would also serve as the governor of the colony, departed England in late spring of 1587.
Okay, so they're trying again, right?
The misfortune of the first colony did not end with its evacuation in 1586. Only days later, a ship filled with provisions sent by Sir Walter Raleigh arrived at the Outer Banks. The crew spent some time searching for the colonists, but when they found no sign of them, including the 3 men that had been left behind, they returned home. The same thing happened 2 weeks later when an English-bound fleet loaded with supplies and reinforcements.
Basically, England are doing what England do, which is
to leave the colony vacant, however,
coming to explore, but then
before the fleet resumed course for England.
Having to kill everyone there to maintain their existence.
Departed, so when his fleet approached the Outer Banks in late July of 1587, he intended to pay them a visit. But this is where things get confusing. You see, the second colony was never intended to be established.
It's been kind of horrifying to move into fuck knows where to start a colony. Yeah. Must have also been horrifying for the people who were already living there. Seeing strange people come in and then becoming very ill and dying.
Was to be planted somewhere along the coast of Chesapeake Bay. This made a lot more sense. The water was deeper to allow for larger ships, and not nearly as precarious as those around the Outer Banks.
Crazy.
There was plenty of space, the soil was more fertile, and
you're
all around it seemed an
singing a tune.
Island. But the fleet's Portuguese navigator, Simão Fernandes, had other plans.
Ooh, Simão. I'd like to see the name Simão on the walls if we got a Portugal guess. We know that is very clearly the language.
It seems much of the crew respected the authority of Fernandes. As such, when Fernandes decided to ignore the plan about Chesapeake Bay and instead simply dump the colonists on Roanoke, White did nothing to challenge his decision. The rest of the crew quickly fell in line, and soon enough, everyone disembarked for Roanoke. Upon reaching the abandoned colony, there was no sign
that
of
is how long crazy.
They had come to
Probably about 10 minutes because I've got it on 1.25 speed.
Of bones that appeared to be the remains of one of them. White suspected the men had been attacked by vengeful Indians, and any doubts he might have had were soon to be erased. After only a few days on the island, a colonist by the name of George Howe was attacked by a group of natives who pelted him with 16 arrows before caving in his skull with a wooden club. A brutal yet unmistakable message.
16 arrows. Yeah.
Even so,
16. Come on, bro.
Allies.
Not
You
fair.
see, when the scouting expedition returned to England in 1584, 2 Native Americans named One Cheese and Manteo were brought along with them. One Cheese was from Roanoke, while Manteo was from a neighboring village on the island of Croatoan. When they were finally brought back to North America,
1.25 would sound like this.
Opinions of the English people. As soon as they made landfall, One Cheese returned to Roanoke with nothing but resentment for these 4
Not actually that much different.
Meanwhile, Manteo was fascinated by everything the English had to offer. He became their trusted guide and a mediator of sorts to smooth out relations with contact. So, following
Kind
the death
boy.
of George Howe, White reached
A very
out to the
eloquent
Croatoans, and they
nipple
confirmed what he
tattoo.
initially suspected. A large group of Indian tribes had indeed attacked the 15 crewmen stationed on Roanoke. This coalition was spearheaded by none other than Wanchese. At least 2 of the crewmen had been killed
Classic
in the attack,
Wanchese.
while the rest escaped in a small boat, never to be seen again. Roanoke had become a much more dangerous place to live. Simão Fernandes remained anchored near the Outer Banks for about a month before he decided to return to England. In the meantime, the colonists had grown concerned about the long-term survival of the colony. If the colony were to be truly self-sufficient, they argued, they would require more people and more food. As such, they implored Governor White to return to England with Fernandes so that he could bring back supplies and restock the colony. White was initially hesitant to leave as he feared he'd be accused of desertion if he returned to England alone, not to mention he would have to abandon his daughter, who had recently given birth to a daughter of her own, named Virginia, on this remote and precarious island. But in time, he was persuaded to go, and as the fleet departed in late August of 1587, he could not have known he would never see any of them again.
Damn. Life was just so precarious back then in general. Like sailing in the 1500s.
After a long and difficult
so
voyage,
risky.
John White returned to a country at war. By
So
orders of the
insanely
Queen,
risky.
No ship were to leave England until the threat of a Spanish invasion had passed.
That'll probably be
This was
third
bad news
if
for
we do
White,
that.
and his
Owen, I
best
think
efforts
Alexi's got a video she wants to
notwithstanding, he
watch.
remained trapped in England for 3
Yes,
long
I will.
years. It was not
I will
until the
put certain
spring of
things on, but
1590, with the
we will
help of
accept
Sir
or
Walter
decline
Raleigh,
them
that
as
White
well.
finally
We
managed
have
to
that
passage a
power as the
convoy
streamer.
bound for America. Upon reaching the Outer Banks in mid-August, plumes of smoke appeared to emanate from Roanoke Island. 2 boats were quickly dispatched. And
His
the
video
crew
about
fired the ship's
Ireland
cannons
is
to
because
make
he
their
is
presence known.
Irish.
The men could see a
Kadooks,
great
if
fire
that's,
as they approached the island,
that's
but
what it
never
is.
clarifies whether it was natural or lit by people. Once ashore, they made their way to the west end of the island and found a set of footprints. They appeared to be fresh, but there was no sign of those to whom they belonged. The search party then
Actually
headed
not
north and
biased,
happened
true.
upon a tree where someone had carved the letters C-R-O. Upon reaching the entrance of the colony, they came across a second inscription. It was the word Croatoan engraved into a wooden post. The post was but one of many that now formed a defensive barrier around the colony. The colony itself was deserted, and clearly had been for some time, given the overgrowth of grass and weeds. The houses had been taken down and stripped of valuables.
Why is,
All they found were
why is
bars of
English
iron,
writing just with
cannons,
E's on
as
the
well as 5
end?
looted chests.
Weeds.
There was no
And
trace
then
of the roughly
down.
150
D-O-W-N-E.
colonists, nor the small boats.
Look, no sign.
As far as anyone could tell,
Yeah,
no one had
Receiver,
been
no
here
signer.
for quite some time.
What is his language?
The story of the lost colony is often
Even find out what
centered around
bastards
the
his
two
fellow
engravings,
countrymen
and
were.
without the full context, it's easy to see how
Name a
often
country that
White
English
used
weren't
descriptions with
bastards
intrigue
to.
and mystery. In truth, the
we
colony
did
was one of the more
we
well-understood
did this to
elements of the entire
everyone.
story.
Yeah, it
At least
wasn't
John White
wasn't
had no
just
doubt about the
Ireland.
meaning.
It wasn't
White
just
explained to his
all of the
notes that
Native
before he left in
Americans.
1587, he and
Just
the
everyone,
colonists had
man.
come
We
to
were
an
not
agreement.
very
If they
kind.
decided to abandon the colony before the governor's return, they were to leave behind a secret token of their destination. Furthermore, if this abandonment was forced upon them, they were to include a cross
Okay,
to
crazy.
signify
That makes
threat.
sense.
Because no such cross had been found, White was confident the colonists had safely relocated to the island of Croatoan. Thus, White swiftly returned to the ship and convinced the captain to set course for Croatoan. But while the crew prepared for departure, the anchor cable snapped, and without a spare anchor, the captain felt it was too dangerous to continue. In the end, White never made it to Croatoan, and it was the last time he ever ventured across the Atlantic.
What the heck? What the heck happened?
While an unsatisfying
Irish in
conclusion,
bushes,
it seems
though.
relatively safe to assume
Just
the lost
literally in
colony of Roanoke
bushes.
simply relocated to the island of Croatoan. Case closed? Well, not quite. You see, while explaining the meaning of the inscriptions, White revealed another interesting yet puzzling detail. With a single sentence, White explains that before he left in 1587, the colonists were preparing
This is
to
really
move
weird.
50 miles into the mainland. While Croatoan is about 50 miles south of Roanoke, it's also an island, distinctly not part of the mainland. As such, this lone sentence introduces, if but a modicum of doubt, to White's version of events. Perhaps Croatoan was not their intended destination after all. If so, where could they have gone?
Why'd they write it on the tree?
20 years after the Roanoke colony was lost, the Anglo-Spanish War had come to an end. John White faded into obscurity, and Sir Walter Raleigh had been found guilty of treason for conspiring against the crown. Yeah, I know, it's a whole other thing. Anyway, renewed interest in America saw the plantation of a third colony in 1607. The Jamestown Colony was established within the borders of a vast confederacy of Native American tribes ruled by a man the English called Powhatan. One day, Powhatan captured the future governor of the colony, John Smith, and told him about the place where men wearing European clothing lived. Then, after his release in 1608, Smith drew a rough map of Virginia, and this is one of the notations. Unfortunately, this claim, and others just like it, were never properly investigated, so we can never know if this was anything more than a rumor. Another unconfirmed report was that all but a few of the colonists had been massacred by Powhatan. The survivors of this slaughter at Roanoke had then supposedly scattered across the region. The problem is, White did not report any human remains or signs of a battle when he returned to Roanoke in 1590. Even so, an acquaintance of John Smith later wrote that Powhatan had confessed to the massacre after Smith was
Trying to
captured.
put together
Smith
these
himself,
bloody
however, makes
pieces
no
of
mention this
history
alleged confession,
hundreds
and
of
he was
years
not
in the
exactly known
future.
to shy away from embellishment. Pocahontas. Other reports included sightings of Native American children with
like how
unusually
much
pale
how
skin
much
and
of this
blonde hair,
is
which led many to suspect they could be the descendants of the lost colonists.
could
What
be
they had no way of knowing at
fabricated?
the time, however, was that albinism is far more prevalent among Native Americans than Europeans. A
What
more
is it,
solid
albinism?
lead emerged a full century later when
You
the
know what
English explorer
albinism is?
John Lawson made contact with a tribe known as the Hatteras. The Hatteras occupied the same land as the Croatoans, but the island was now much larger and known as Hatteras Island after a storm had closed one of the inlets. The Hatteras explained to Lawson that some of their ancestors had been white and able to read. Several members of the tribe also had grey eyes, a unique trait of the Hatteras according to Lawson. They also spoke of a local
1.5
legend
is
about a ghost ship,
is good
which
because
they
otherwise I
referred
will
to
get
as Sir
absolutely
Walter
nothing.
Raleigh's ship. Hearing all this,
Some
Lawson grew convinced that the
pigmentation.
Hatteras was in fact the descendants of the
Oh,
lost
like
colony. Much
like
John
being
White, Lawson believed the
albino.
colony had
Is
been
that what that
relocated to
is?
Croatoan, and over time the two peoples had become one. Okay, so we
An
now have
offensive
two
term.
sources over a
Like
century
if you
apart
call someone an
arguing for the
albino.
same version of events. John White says they went to Croatoan because carvings. John Lawson says they went to Croatoan because grey eyes and ghosts. Not the most decisive evidence perhaps, but it does make for a compelling argument. Following Lawson's encounter with the Hatteras in 1701, nothing of significance would be uncovered for centuries. That is until the late 1930s when a series of peculiar stones suddenly brought the mystery
I'm
back
not
to
sure,
life. The
Katoos.
stones had been
Oh,
inscribed
like
with messages
if you call
supposedly
someone
written
an
by Eleanor
albino,
Dare, the daughter of John White.
I don't know if that's like now
Unfortunately, they all
offensive.
turned out to be fake.
Not sure.
Well, all except the first stone, whose authenticity remains in doubt. This stone features a message from Dare addressed to White in which he describes the tragic death of her husband and child. The composition of the stone makes it well suited for inscribing a message, but a poor choice for a forger, as they would have had to chemically age the fresh markings to match the weathered surface. It would not have been impossible, but quite difficult to do so in the 1930s. On the other hand, the man who supposedly found the stone was never heard from again, and the precise location of its discovery was conveniently kept secret. The credibility of the writing is equally contested, and there's just no consensus on what to make of it. Modern archaeological research has also been plagued by uncertainties. Excavations at Roanoke have mostly confirmed the presence of a 16th century English colony, but have done little in the way of determining its fate. Meanwhile, excavations on Hatteras has yielded a mix of Native American and European artifacts, including the hilt of a light sword, but nothing that can be definitively linked to the lost colony. To make matters worse, much of the evidence may now be underwater due to centuries of shifting sands and erosion of the islands. It was partially out of frustration for this lack of progress that researchers made a remarkable
I'll put
discovery
that on a
in late
possible
2009.
watch list as well. Crazy.
While inspecting White's map of Virginia,
I'll have
a
to-
member
I'll
of
have
the
to
first
screen
colony
these
foundation
before I
took note
react
of
to them.
these patches. Historically, patches like these have been used to correct minor mistakes, so
Because
no one
Owen's
ever
got
given
one
a
as
second
well.
thought. This time, someone did and had the patches carefully examined. Underneath the lower patch, they found exactly what you'd expect, minor corrections. Underneath the upper patch, however, they found this. This four-pointed star is a typical representation of a fort. A comparable symbol can be seen on this map from the early 17th century. The paint used to
It's a
draw the
fort.
symbol matches the paint used elsewhere on the map, including the corrections drawn on top of the lower patch,
Mate, these
suggesting it was
rough
drawn and
mappings
concealed
just-
by White
oh.
himself. More puzzling still, a slightly
It's
smaller
like the
four-pointed star
specific
enclosed by two
pigment of
concentric
the
squares has been
paper
painted
must.
with invisible ink on top of the
Get
patch.
out Google
This
Maps.
symbol can even be faintly
Just
discerned
just
with the naked
invent
eye,
it.
meaning it's been
Don't
hiding
give
in
me the
plain sight
slide
all along.
square.
Finally, this fort is situated on the mainland, approximately
I
50
screen them.
miles
Yes, Kev,
from
screen
Roanoke.
them. Screen them for their watchability. That sounds good.
The location of the concealed fort was quickly named Site X in reference to the expression X marks the spot. While the fort itself has yet to be found, presuming it was ever built, archaeological digs have uncovered a few items of interest. Fragments of pottery and bits of metal are indicative of an English presence, but much like the findings on Hatteras, an indisputable link to the lost colony has yet to be established. That being said, the research is still ongoing, and the smoking gun, whatever it may be, will perhaps have been found by the time you're watching this. Presuming this is the intended location for the city of Raleigh, one has to wonder, why was it concealed with a patch? Tempting as it may be to envision some elaborate conspiracy, there is a very simple explanation. Remember how in 1608 John Smith sent his rough map of Virginia back to England? Well, this is not the original map, but an illicit copy. A copy made in secret by the Spanish ambassador and covertly passed along to the King of Spain. So England had good reason to worry about sensitive information, such as the location of a fort, being intercepted by enemy spies.
Oh,
Another
Jesus.
example is how the colony in Roanoke was concealed through omission. We still don't know the precise location or layout of the colony because it was never indicated on any of the surviving maps. While it continues to be a source of aggravation among historians and archaeologists, this secrecy did serve a purpose as it prevented Spain from ever finding the colony. In fact, Spain continued to search for the colony long after it was lost, so it's unlikely they had anything to do with its disappearance. On the other hand, if the fort was never built, the patch may be precisely what it was always assumed to be, nothing more than a correction. Then again, the near invisible symbol drawn on top of the patch strongly imply concealment as opposed to a simple revision.
Oh god, it is. It's just the
After
nature
going
of the
through all the
stain.
evidence, this is what I'm thinking. So John White left Roanoke in 1587. When he failed to return, the colony was split into two groups. One decamped for Site X, while the other went to live with the friendly Croatoans to await the governor's return. The region is known to have suffered a severe drought just after White left, so the relocation may not only have been motivated by diminishing supplies and hostilities, but also by lack of water and crop production. As
Makes
years
sense.
turned into decades, the colonists may have started families with, and thus become inseparable from, the indigenous people amongst whom they lived. Not only would this explain the disappearance, but also the Croatoan inscription, the 50 miles into the main, as well as the grey eyes of the Hatteras. While I'm still leaning towards it being fake, I do find it interesting how the Dare stone was supposedly discovered just a few miles north of Site X. After all, if you're a hoaxer and you want to convince 1930s America that this stone is genuine, why claim you found it so far away from Roanoke? One should also keep in mind that much of the evidence relies solely on the words and paintings of one man. Parts of White's account could easily be a misinterpretation or exaggeration, so depending on what
That's
evidence
true,
you regard as
crazy.
credible, other solutions are equally plausible. For instance, some believe the colony went ahead with the original plan and relocated somewhere along
What
the
is
coast
it?
of Chesapeake
There's a
Bay.
place?
Others believe they were
Or
all
it's
lost
like
at
a-
sea after a failed attempt to return to England. But these solutions are about as
Sounds
helpful
like
as
an
if the colony
event.
vanished into thin air. Without a more localized place of interest to search for corroborating evidence, there is virtually no hope of resolution. So, with all that being said, many questions remain. What happened to the 3 forsaken colonists and the 13 crewmen? Why did Simão Fernandes disobey orders and dump the colonists on Roanoke? Why was one of the 2 engravings left incomplete? Why was everyone named John? As for the most important question of them all, well, if there is an answer to that question, chances are it lies buried somewhere at Site X, just waiting to be found.
Why are they all called John? True. Well, that was a mystery, I guess. Now I have to look up Gay Village. Let's just go maps. And then, Alexia, do you have a thing? There's one in Birmingham as well. One in Salisbury. Oh, no, that's John Gay Road. My mistake. Shouldn't ever. Gay Village. Welcome to Manchester's Gay Village. And lively gay bars. Kind of sick. Like a Chinatown, but instead of Chinese people, it's LGBT. Imagine if it had a cross between the two, Kev. What a time that would be. Yeah, just gay Chinese people. I guess that would be... I guess it would be a little bit weird, but it's fine. Sounds fun to me. Have you got a video in mind, then? Have we got a thing? I need to, like, duck a bit. I'm a bit too tall for the ceiling cam. Yeah, what we got? What do we got? Roll. Right, so I'm going to have to roll to the side of it, and you're going to be in. There we go.
Okay, Chinatown coming to a city near you.
So it's also one in Birmingham, so it's not far off. Yeah, so what channel are we doing?
So I think type in Truly.
Truly.
Yeah.
Just Truly.
Yeah, it's that. And then there's playlist. And basically all of these are really reactable, but the one I had in mind was from so that one, Love Don't Judge. And there's yeah. So there's shit like this that's like
no.
really reactable.
Oh boy.
I want to find the one I had in my mind about the.
That's pretty impressive.
Yeah.
Yeah, so do you remember what the title is?
I can't remember what the title is, but it's like it's on here and it's scrolling.
84.
Just keep scrolling. I think I'll recognise the thumbnail.
My god. There is such a variety here. She's not a disgrace. Wait, what?
Oh yeah, I think I watched that
What
one.
the hell?
I think it was just an American woman marrying into an Indian family.
Oh, okay.
And they thought that she was a disgrace for being American
She's
or something.
a disgrace. You also
Or-
we're at the bottom now, so you've
Okay, well, I don't know where
you've got to know the
where it
name,
is.
like something about the context of the video. You must know. Like, is it an old person? Is it
It's a severely disabled man
okay?
with
Disabled model finds love after prejudice online.
no.
What's his What's his wife like?
It's really annoying because I feel like I'd be able to find it if I was the one scrolling and if I was like closer to the screen. I feel like it's not these.
Lads, I'm intrigued by the vid on now. Yeah, low-key same. Like, what the shit is this?
Should we just watch it then? Because
I mean, yeah.
because I haven't.
It's Danny. She
I
fell in
haven't
love
seen
with
this before.
Jack. We fell for each other straight away.
Okay, this is fast. This is good. Now we're in normal speed content, guys.
She asked me to call her puppy, and
Why
I
is
thought
the
it was
sound
cute.
so low?
But that
it's
pet
nice.
name turned out to have a lot more significance than Jack knew.
What I love about being a dog is that I get to just play
I've seen another
around
video
and
exactly like this, by the
be
way,
praised
recently,
and be
but it was a
taken
blonde
care
girl.
of.
While Jack was
Loads of
happy
people
to
were
get on
reacting
board the
to it.
puppy play boat, many onlookers had other opinions about their unusual relationship dynamic.
You get a lot of negative comments online. Take it to the pound and have it euthanized.
Jesus
I need
Christ!
therapy.
It's just
Can
another
this
way of saying to
puppy-loving
kill
person
herself.
convince the world
Yeah.
that what might seem weird to others is perfect for them?
Why are we still in the Colosseum, by the way?
Because this way will look.
Just 1 minute.
See your points.
Are you saying I'm too short?
Yes, you're too short. That's exactly what I'm saying. We're going into the Colosseum.
No, I don't like the Colosseum.
You're in the Colosseum.
No.
How was your walk? You want a treat? Yeah.
Stop wiggling your
Want a treat?
butt. It's really weird.
Get you a treat.
My name's Danny, and I'm a puppy girl just looking for head pats.
My name is Jack, and I'm Danny's owner.
Oh my god. I don't know how I
Want
would
something
like
sweet?
sit as him in these recordings. Like he has to have such a level of comfortability here.
It's so
Otherwise he's gonna feel he's gonna feel
Yeah.
so awkward.
When
How are they not
somebody acts
awkward?
Like,
Like-
a puppy, and they can either have an owner or not. You run around in ears and a tail, or play with
Hey Lex, how
dog
you
toys,
doing?
and it's just really fun. When I first told Jack that I was into puppy
Yeah,
play,
we're
it
watching
was-
some absolute crazy
You're in
stuff
you've
at the moment.
come in at a very bad time. So yeah, girlfriend loves acting like a dog.
It's puppy play,
It's well, it's quite a lot of puppy play.
but it
it's
seems to be not just in the bedroom. It's like
Yeah.
their whole lifestyle,
It's not.
their
Yeah.
everyday life. She is a dog.
Yeah. Yeah. Like look, literal
A literal collar.
literal collar. Like, do you think it has her name and like her
Do you
owner's
think
details?
She's microchipped.
Oh my god! I hope she's not microchipped. That
would be like
small
next
and
level,
innocuous.
though.
I
Painful.
just said, "Hey, you should call me Puppy" as like a pet name, and once he
These
was
pictures are so
fine with
nice.
That I kind of distilled it like,
What a
okay,
talent.
cool. I'm
I mean, actually, no. Saying that, he looks kind of dead inside. You see, his eyes are a little bit like.
Oh god, that's such a poor smile.
yeah, it's like I've realized.
I'll be very concerned if we took a photo and you looked like that. The
Yeah.
camera, I'd be like,
This was probably right after she was like, "Can you call me puppy?" And he's like,
he's like,
mm.
oh god, is she
Distilled
muted?
it like,
Oh.
okay, cool. I'm
Oh,
actually
she
into
needs-
puppy play. I like acting like a puppy. You should buy me a bowl. And
Yeah, it was pretty like spontaneous, kind of.
yeah. I've had chronic anxiety and panic attacks since I was a kid.
It's an escape
Puppy
though.
It's-
play
yeah, this
is
could be
this really
escapism.
great coping skill. When I've had a really stressful day,
Return to owner if lost.
"Well, where's your owner?" I hope it says it on the
can come
back.
home
Yeah, better
and
have his phone
just
number or something.
kind of lose myself in that puppy space, and he'll take care of me.
I've never dated anyone that's been into puppy play before. She's definitely the first.
How are we feeling about this, chat? How are we feeling about this? Because I feel quite uncomfortable, but I don't know if I should feel uncomfortable
like
because like
it's-
this
I
isn't
feel like
hurting anyone. This isn't like a problem for them. They're not like kind of
I feel
putting
like
their shit
it's-
out
I
there.
feel like there's something about puppy play specifically that is really weirdly sexual because they always have their tongue out. Like she's always on her knees in front of him with her tongue out.
Mm,
Like it just looks really sexual.
mm.
Like even if
I can see why. Also, just remember that camera. You're up there. Colosseum, yes. Yeah. Yeah.
see, I hate the Colosseum. Why is it so far away?
Look, the Colosseum's good, okay? Look, Kevin's shouting at you.
Stop shouting at
Yeah.
me.
Weird to the... But, guys, who are we to judge? Who are we to judge whether she likes to dress up as a
Everyone has
dog
different coping mechanisms.
and go on her knees with her tongue out? Because is that explicitly sexual? I know we've made it a sexual thing as humans, but like, come on, animals are always doing it.
The main thing that people
Yeah, no. I'm just...
Animals are always doing
Yeah, I was
it.
trying to talk about how it's not sexual, and then I finished up with the sentence "animals are always doing it."
Just made it sexual
Yeah,
again.
yeah. Go on.
The biggest thing that I've seen people saying when they react to these kind of videos is like, it doesn't hurt anyone if they do this, but they probably shouldn't take it outside and do it in the park and stuff because then people will like, they'll either make people uncomfortable or like fucking children might see it.
But
or some
why should we
shit.
feel uncomfortable? So what's the problem with people feeling uncomfortable? And what's the problem with children seeing it?
I don't know. That's just what other people say.
I know, but
typically when they watch.
that's what I would ask them then. It's like, what is the inherent
if
issue?
people feel really uncomfortable because they're just like, oh my god, it's like they're having sex in public, you know, because this is like a kinky thing. They might not want a kinky thing to be in front of their kids, even if it doesn't look sexual on the outside. They might think that they're
They would
low-key
think
getting
that,
off, and
yeah.
therefore they shouldn't do this in
Okay, so are we in agreement then that it's slightly sexual?
Yeah.
Okay.
But it depends.
That's the
Like, I want
problem
to hear
then.
them
That's the
say.
problem.
I want to hear them say if it's sexual or not for them, because there's some people who do this kind of thing and they're like, it's not even sexual for me. It's just an escape. So
I'm glad that the Colosseum is better angled, Lex, because I like it as well. Katooks, you pretend to be a human daily. True, Katooks. Well, I mean, you try, but we obviously see through your shadowy ways. All right, let's see if it's sexual then. At the moment, she's getting fed.
Right, sit. Good girl.
Oh,
Stay.
yeah. See now.
Okay, get it.
oh god, why'd you?
Oh,
Good girl. It makes her happy, and just seeing her get all...
it's the good girl that really. I know that people say that to their animals. I know that they do, but it's like, oh, tell me. Yeah, I do. I absolutely do. That's what I'm saying. It's weird. Oh.
You know, it's been a really good experience. Good girl.
For me, dressing up is a big part of puppy play. So this is all my puppy stuff. This is my first collar that I ever bought. It's my favorite one still. And this was my newest ear and tail set. I love this one. I got
Don't really look
a lot of
authentically like a
squeaky
puppy,
toys.
just white and pink.
Yeah, I think I broke this one from chewing it too hard. I think my puppy look, I would describe it as very cutesy. I do have some more
No, I didn't like that
dark
either, Kev.
leather puppy
Horrible.
things. If I'm feeling more aggressive as a puppy, then I can wear the black leather and the chain, and it kind of looks like
See,
I'm
this
That's
is
a
dog
bondage
instead of
puppy.
just
That's
like
a
little
more
puppy.
typically BDSM like.
Yeah,
puppy.
true.
Like-
But this is the thing where I feel a little bit more lenient on it, because they're like, it's a form of expression. You're acting, aren't you?
Yeah.
It's like you're getting into a character, right? And
Yeah.
even though that could be seen as escapism for anxiety, that's not necessarily a bad thing. I guess
It
it's
might be
just
why a lot of people are
the
actors,
chains.
just escaping anxiety.
Yeah.
Imagine.
Yeah, it gets us out of all of our own shit, doesn't it? Because
Yeah.
if you're projecting yourself into another character, you don't have to deal with like me problems.
Yeah, I think that's why it's an escape for them. They get to go into a totally different headspace.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's just whether or not they also sexual stuff like this, and if it is like a sexual thing for them. Like that's the main thing I want to know.
Yeah.
'Cause I feel like that changes it quite a lot.
Does that make it? But then it can't be. So something that's sexual sometimes is always viewed as sexual. Then, so like
I
ways
don't
of acting.
know!
I don't know either, man.
I just want to see what they say about it.
All right.
I
Cat's movie.
decided to start posting on TikTok
Oh, God.
because I thought puppy videos would be cute. We started
Think of
posting
the
some of our
children.
daily
What
puppy
are the
videos
comments?
and
Think
it
of the
kinda just took off.
children.
We've gotten a lot of negative comments online. Things like, you're an abomination to God.
Well,
you need
that is very sexual. I'm sorry,
Yeah.
like what she's doing
God,
there is
you
very
need
sexual.
Jesus.
That dogs do not look lustfully
Yeah,
into
look,
the
there,
camera.
There it is. That's not inappropriate to bring kink out in public like that.
Mm.
So it's like
Oh god, I mean this one's a bit strong.
Well, just-
you
you should say-
need
you
to be
should-
put in a mental institute.
apparently anyone who's into any kind of pet play needs to be put in a mental
Jesus
institution.
Christ. Oh god.
I wouldn't call what she's doing a furry thing either. I think that's different.
What
Because furries is like, you have to be in the suit, don't you, to be a furry?
do you? I don't know. I don't know what.
I don't know either,
but
but I
what if
swear
you're using
that's
like a
like-
tail? Does that Does that change
I
anything?
don't know.
I don't know either, man. Like, maybe they'll help
This is
us.
bestiality. This is disgusting. You need a therapist.
God's
you need
dead.
help. I make it a point not to respond to any of those negative comments just because I know it's not worth it. Okay, so we are
There is
going
a
to the
tendency,
pet store
yeah,
right now.
throughout.
We're gonna go finally get me my dog bed. 'cause
Baby
I've been
Yoda
waiting for
rucksack.
this forever, it
Is she?
feels like.
Oh,
Yeah.
lol.
I can't wait.
Wait, what was his face there?
I can't wait.
Oh God!
He can't wait
He's
either.
just like,
He this is the face of a man who is excited to be taking his puppy human out, probably on a lead. Poor guy.
Oh, he looked more smiley in his eyes towards the end, though.
Yeah.
He has glimpses of deadness in the eyes.
Yeah, he's not. He doesn't
Glimpses.
seem wholly okay with
Yeah.
it.
I hope it's just because he feels awkward with it being filmed.
Yeah, maybe. I would feel awkward too. It's not always viewed as sexual, but it constantly has tendencies. Yes, I was reading that pause. Man, can't you be a furry spiritually? What does that mean? What do you mean?
Oh God! She's playing with actual puppies.
Oh.
She's playing with actual puppies.
This is amazing. It
Okay.
was a good day.
Yeah.
Very good day.
Okay, so that's what they were doing. Going out to see her brethren.
Her brethren. Her puppy brethren.
Okay.
Yeah. Looks like a
Doge
good
bed.
plan.
It is.
That bed is not big enough for her,
Yeah, you
dude.
can
It
lay
is
by my
not.
feet now.
You can't have it.
It's your bed.
It's mine.
I get a lot of enjoyment from seeing her act as a puppy, just kind of being silly and, patting her, giving her a lot of praise. It makes me happy.
I mean, I love him so much. He's my owner. He takes really
He's
good
like, oh, I
care
get a lot of
me,
enjoyment
and
from seeing her like
he's
this. It's like,
absolutely sweet.
Yeah.
Like,
What
it's
kind of enjoyment? The way
you
he,
need
the
to
way he
specify
was
the
saying,
enjoyment.
the way he was saying
Makes my
"good
little puppy
girl"
heart happy.
makes me think that he's getting
I
off a
know
little
that
bit.
it looks weird
Just a
from
little
the
bit.
outside, but I feel like there's a lot more to it. What we do works for us.
Can we look at the comments afterwards on this video?
Yeah.
Because we need to see if other people think.
Let's have a look. Let's have a look. See what we got.
After watching this, I realised I'm way too normal.
Oh no! Yes, no, so therapeutic. Oh Jesus. I mean, yeah. Sure. My God. If she can walk normally in public, then just do it in public always. I don't know about the phrasing of just do it.
Yeah.
So I'm going to move on. Those are first world problems. Some people don't have water and food, and these guys here buying dog accessories. And we're debating if it's okay or not. But it's well. I mean, the fact that we're debating it is also we're probably within the first world here. A human-pet relationship, unless that's what you mean. A human-pet relationship is far different from a human-human relationship most of the time. Well, that's what they want it to be.
Yeah.
They want it to be the same. Well, maybe they want to get the best of
No,
both
maybe
worlds.
they do want it to be different. Because maybe that's the escape, is that it is different from attractions.
But they're looking for both, aren't they? They're looking for a human-pet relationship and a human-human relationship.
Ah.
I don't know.
I'm confused now.
I don't know.
There's too much going on here.
Kev, have you screened these? I'm getting sent different things.
When you want a GF and a dog.
Yeah, exactly. What bit both? I don't know what you've done with your screening, Kev. I'm screening this over here. Geography now. Oh, don't give me geography
Oh,
videos. What's this one? I will watch something that's funny about Ireland.
Yesterday, 15 minutes.
Why the internet thinks I am dead? Well, I don't know who it is, but it's 5 minutes, so I'll watch it. If you give me a shorter Ireland video, I'll probably watch it. But I've realised that longer videos are going to be harder to keep entertaining. So this guy, who is this guy? Is this the guy that has? Oh yeah, Jack Sucks Alive. All right, let's see what he does then.
Died. So in this video, I'm going to explain what happened, and then at the end
Oh,
of
he's
the video,
English.
I'll explain how it happened. So it's about 9 AM yesterday. I just wake up and I check my phone, and I see a very strange notification. So this is now on Jack's Instagram for some strange reason. What on earth happened here, Jack Massey Welsh? So I click on the tweet and I see this. It's a screenshot of my Instagram with this at the bottom. Remembering Jack Massey
What?
Welsh. This account has been
What the
memorialized.
fuck?
Memorialized accounts are places to remember
This little
and celebrate
flower.
someone's life
Imagine seeing that your account.
Sorry,
R.I.P.
what's going on? And I see this. Your account is in a special memorialized state. If you
Special.
think this is
It's very- I love that face as well. He literally looks like he's coming down from heaven.
That's a special memorial.
Yeah.
Look at that
Beautiful.
face. A
Oh.
truly special
Let us
memorial.
Oh, so
know and
beautiful.
We'll investigate. Okay. So I can't log into my Instagram account. I'm completely locked out of it because dead people don't need to log into their Instagram accounts. So I do click the let us know thing and it allows me to fill in this short form and I click send and that's it. I did this over 24 hours ago now. I've not heard anything back. Instagram still thinks I'm dead. So anyway, I saw an opportunity for a funny tweet here. So I took a couple of screenshots and I tweeted, just woke up and found out I've died. Now normally when I do a tweet, I get about 1,000 likes. If I do something special, I might get like 2,000. When I hit 1 million subscribers, I got 12,000. That was a nice day. When I died, 400,000 likes.
Classic humanity.
Look at the analytics of this
Ooh,
tweet.
we might start getting
impressions
cat
have
cam
gone up
here.
Another million since I started recording this video. But anyway, go back to the start. I've been awake for less than an hour. I'm like, what has happened? I've never seen an account get memorialized before. So I do some Googling and I find this. How do I report a deceased person's account on Instagram? And then we get to this bit. Memorializing an account. We'll memorialize the Instagram account of a deceased person when we receive a valid request. A valid request?
Okay.
I'm still here. We tried to
Guess it
prevent
wasn't valid,
references
bro.
to memorialized accounts from appearing on Instagram in ways that might be upsetting to the person's friend or family. No idea what that
Can't
means.
see her
but
on the
thanks,
cam.
Instagram,
Cam.
appreciate it. To report an account to be memorialized,
there
please
she is.
contact us. We require proof of death. Where's the proof of death? I feel like it could do with seeing that, to be honest. So at this point, I'm starting to think, maybe I am dead. People start paying their respects on my most recent Instagram post. People start replying to my tweet with similar things. Oh no, RIP to this legend. I hope he has a better life somewhere else. Jack was a wonderful person and he will be missed. People start questioning whether my play buttons are gonna get auctioned off. People that don't even follow me, like this guy, start paying their respects as well. I go on my Reddit and I start
Rest in
seeing
peace,
posts
spelled
like
wrong.
this cropping up. And this one as well. What is that? My verified tab on Twitter's never had so much activity. We start getting likes from Dan TDM, from Tommy Innit, from Will N.E. Scott says it's almost as if I can still hear him now. R.I.P. Memulus replies, rest in peace, Jack sucks at life. Rest in peace, baby cakes. You would have loved Shrek 5. You would have loved it. I then go back to Instagram just to see if I can log in, and all that really happens is I get like a flash of a white screen and then it returns to the previous page. Meanwhile,
It is funny that it is
impressions
very
on
much
my
like a
tweet are
ghostly
just
image.
going up by the 1,000 every few seconds. Why is this getting so many likes? Then a pre-recorded Reddit video comes out on my second channel, Jack Sucks at Stuff, and even though that video's got nothing to do with me being dead, the comment section is still just full of people paying their respects. Can't believe they're posting pre-recorded videos.
I'd love to know his
RIP Jack
stats,
Sucks at
because I bet he
Life.
got
Can't believe this
so
will be
much
the
more
last Reddit
engagement
video.
on
Rest
all of
in
his
peace, mate.
socials
Man,
from
it's too
fake
close to
dying.
home. Rest
Yeah.
in peace, Jack. And then you check the replies, and there's just like people.
That's why some
worried
people
that
like
I'm
J
dead.
Station.
It's the J Station effect. It actually is the J Station
Let's take a look
effect.
at some of the 1,000 quote tweets we got. It's almost as if he's still with us. R.I.P. Yeah, if you go on my Instagram, it actually just says remembering above my name. 1,700 Instagram followers.
Jesus.
So kind of worth it. Wait, hang on a second. Not going to age well on June the 25th, 2021 at 4:37 p.m. I'm sorry, what, John? Alright, slightly concerning. Please set some reminders for this date, and if you tweet me, I'll let you know if I'm still alive or not.
Jesus.
Oh,
What's
that's
going
terrifying. He's
on?
Oh, man, what a weird
premonition.
day this was.
Yeah.
So how did this happen? How did my Instagram account originally get memorialized? Because no one had ever seen this, and I think that's why the tweet did so well, because it was brand new. So an anonymous person emailed me from an anonymous account taking a screenshot of an anonymous Instagram story from some kind of hacker group or something, I don't really know, and I think this explains what happened. All it is a memorial method, which means you need to make an account with fake photos of people crying and go to Google and look up how to report a memorial account for Instagram. Fill in the form and send a screenshot of the account with photos or bio saying, "We will remember at," and then put a random date. It will be patched soon, so use it fast. So I think basically they found out that it's very easy to get any account.
Alright, we might watch it.
memorialized if
We
you
can do a
just
sped
make
up version of it.
screenshot of some people looking sad and then tag the person that you want to be dead. So I've not seen the fake screenshot that was reported with my account, because why would I? Instagram aren't going to bother sending it to me. I'm dead. So a few hours after I died, a few other YouTubers started reporting the same thing. So I guess this was basically because the bug started spreading around. Now at the moment this has not been fixed. You can click on my Instagram in the description, follow me and pay your respects. I'm still dead, but I'm sure Instagram will very shortly fix this little oversight that they've created, and it'll be way more complicated to report a deceased account. But yes, I'm not dead. I'm still alright. Do not panic. I know Becky was getting a few messages from people asking, is Jack actually dead or not? So I'm not. I'm alright. Well, that's the story of how I died and how I went viral on Twitter. I have no idea.
That guy, imagine if he did this himself and it was just like a marketing stunt. Because it worked. It worked, yeah. It absolutely worked. Alright, well, rip this guy. Oh, bloody hell, uploaded really recently as well. So that's a thing. All right, well, you guys are actually bigging up the Geography Now video, so I guess we'll watch it.
They really want us to watch it.
They want us to watch it, so we've got to give the people what they want, but we'll watch it in slightly faster speed, because that's what we did with the other long video. So, apparently it's funny. We'll be the judge of that.
We reached the land of 1/8 of my own heritage, Ireland, which means I'm probably a far-off distant cousin of our favorite Irishman, Potter. For those who don't know, Potter has helped us out in many of the animations in the past, and Potter has been such a great guy, so we decided to fly Potter out here to literally be in Potter's own country's video. Potter, you rock, man.
It's pronounced Potter.
Jesus Christ.
It's time to learn geography now! Too late. I've been calling you Potter for like 2 years now. I'm not changing my mind. Anyway, we've reached Ireland.
And I'm here to correct him if he gets anything wrong. So don't worry, lads.
Yeah, that is so true, Potter.
So that's what that feels like. The Emerald Isle, Europe's rain shield, the McNugget. Ireland is loaded with so many notable
McNugget.
First of all, Ireland is the third largest island in Europe, located in the North Atlantic Ocean, separated from Great Britain by the North Channel, the Irish Sea, and St. George's Channel. Did you notice how I deliberately avoided British Isles?
Yeah, good call.
Now here's where things get a little confusing. Ireland's subdivisions. Let's just get it over with quick and fast.
So when discussing the independence over its state, most people are referring to the Republic of Ireland, which makes up these 5/6 of the island, and unless mentioned otherwise, this is the Ireland we'll be mostly discussing in this episode.
To this day, the last fifth northern part of Ireland here is actually part of the UK, and it doesn't even quite know exactly what to label itself. Some call it a province, some say it's a region, some say it's a constituent country, but the point is, the UK holds on to it.
Which, as you can imagine, has created some interesting feelings in the past with the Irish.
It's weird though, because the people here can choose their own citizenship, be it British,
Those are
Irish,
interesting
or
feelings.
Yeah.
What I've just seen, interesting feelings.
And provides a 7-kilometer wide corridor to the town of Bundoran for the rest of the Republic to enter into Donegal County.
And then you have the strange Penne enclave right across the Finn River, with only a 1/10 of a kilometre wide entrance that Ireland grabbed and still part of Monaghan County.
What?
This in return gave a small exclave to the UK, an unnamed patch of land with only 3 small farming homes.
The only way to get in besides swimming across the river would be by taking the most name-switched international road on the island, the Irish N54, which turns into the A3 highway once you cross into Northern Ireland. Then it switches back into the N54 once you cross into the exclave. Then it reverts back to the A3 again for about 2 kilometers, and then back to the N54 once you cross back into the Republic of Ireland. So literally, it's like Irish, British, Irish, British, Irish.
Christ.
As I like to call it, my dating life. Also, the UK was like, instead of following the Foyle River all the way up to the Foyle Loch, why don't we just swerve left through farmland to take the entire city of Derry? Because hey, logic! Basically, to an Irish person, the entire island of Ireland, including Northern Ireland, is just Ireland.
So if you consider the administrative divisions, the Republic of Ireland is divided into 26 counties.
Oh yeah, I remember doing a counties test on stream. Bloody hell, they have a lot of counties.
Councils Dublin, Galway, and Cork, making 31 local authorities in the Republic of Ireland, and technically 37 again if you include Northern Ireland.
I remember Mayo.
Sounds about right.
Okay, yeah, I got that right. Woo.
Historically, though, Ireland was also kind of split into 4 provinces that many people still refer to today. They are Connacht, Leinster, Munster, and Ulster. Northern Ireland is often referred to as most of the counties.
Munster, Leinster. Yeah, they have rugby teams. That's the only time I've...
Belfast would take the number 2 spots on each of those lists.
In addition to being on islands itself, Ireland also hosts hundreds of smaller little islands and islets. The most populated ones being Great Island by Cork, Achill Island in Mayo, and Garumna and the Yarn Islands in Galway.
Finally, some places of interest across Ireland might include places like Trinity College,
the Guinness Storehouse,
the Neolithic tomb of Newgrange, which is older than the pyramids of Giza,
the Rock of Cashel,
Glendalough, Wicklow, Lonnie Stone of Cork,
that island that was filmed at the end of Star Wars is called Skellig.
Wait, no spoilers, you haven't seen that one.
Egyptian princess is buried supposedly. I didn't know about that one.
You didn't even know that. Well, I just found it off of Atlas Obscura. The Mound of Hostages,
Cicada Fields,
the Sky Garden,
Phuket Lighthouse, the oldest continuously used lighthouse still operating in Europe.
You live right next to it.
Yep.
Sean's Bar, the oldest surviving pub and possibly the entire world.
And of course, way too many churches, abbeys, castles, dolmens, tombs, everything else to list.
Way too many of them.
Way too many.
Oh, and avoid Temple Bar, right, in Dublin. That's like a tourist trap, and you can't actually meet any real Irish people there. It's just don't go there. Don't go to Temple Bar.
Give it a miss. Go to Coppers.
Coppers. Yeah. Beer. You guys know your way around the pint, don't you?
Oh, well, Irish people do, but I don't actually drink.
Oh, okay.
After that manic gold.
Oh, yeah. Ireland is very green. The end.
Nice.
Alright, so there's a bit more to it than that.
Excellent.
Ireland is a post-glacial carved mineral and sandstone island with about 12 small mountain ranges, the majority of which are located in the north, west, and south.
You'll notice looking at the map that the east coast of Ireland seems to be relatively smooth and straight, whereas the west coast of Ireland seems to be all
Oh.
peninsulas. Almost like if you took a ball of clay and
That is
just
good
spread
to
it across
know.
a flat surface in one direction.
One direction.
Anyway, the tallest peak is Mount Carntool at about 1,000 metres.
And the longest and most important river
1,000
being the River
meters.
Shannon.
And a large lake on the entire island being Loch Ness in Northern Ireland. However, if we're talking about the Republic of Ireland, the largest would be Loch Corrib in West Galway.
The west side is also home to the most notable natural landmark, the Cliffs of Moher, that rise about 120 meters straight up from the ocean.
Otherwise, you have the Sleeve Cliff a bit further up north, and in the UK's Northern Ireland, you have the Giant's Causeway, a series of hexagonal volcanic plug steps that just jut into the ocean side.
I love how you say that. Hexagonal.
Hexagonal.
Hexagonal. Now, despite
Hexagon.
Hexagonal, that word.
It actually kind of acts like a rain shield for the UK. It takes all the warm air released by the North Atlantic Gulf Stream that starts all the way from the Caribbean. This means that although Ireland is on the same relative latitude as Newfoundland, Canada, they remain about 9 degrees Celsius or about 17 degrees Fahrenheit warmer, rarely reaching the freezing point, which in return means they hardly ever get snow. However, that again in return means Ireland gets a ton of rain. Like seriously, over half the year is drenched. You only get like 2 months of sunshine, and then it's back
Yo,
to
that
town. I
sucks.
mean, wouldn't that make you
It's like it's warmer, but it rains a lot.
The abundance of rain allows Ireland to actually flourish in flora and agriculture, giving it its trademark green colour. Common crops being spuds, sugar beets, and grains like barley, oats, and wheat, which, as you can imagine, has a large portion that goes towards Ireland's most famous product, beer.
Beer! Ireland without beer is like Mexico without tacos, Koreans without kimchi, Argentinians without salsa, Bob Saget without a telekinetic laser vision.
Yeah, beer culture is such an integral part of being Irish that even priests and nuns get in on the action and share a pint of Guinness.
Which, by the way, the Bible never condemns alcohol, just drunkenness, so know your limits.
Yeah, we go to confessional a lot.
Otherwise, some top notable Irish dishes might include things like
Box tea,
potato bread,
brown soda bread,
bacon and cabbage.
too many stews to list like coddle and Irish
Bacon and cabbage sounds
Yeah. Oysters and
Oh,
Guinness.
fuck off, that's terrible.
What a combo.
Of mammals like the red fox, European hedgehog, stoat,
Oh, bloody fun! Oh, God, right.
This
one
is the
sec.
best part of the
Yeah,
video.
yeah.
We
This
found it.
literally. We can stop.
species of mammals like the red.
Oh yes. What can be more perfect? What can
Press your clap. Press your clap.
we clap for the fox? We clap for the fox. Yeah, I know. Everyone in the Colosseum erupts. Incredible, incredible stuff. And they had a stoat as well, didn't they? Oh, the stoat!
There was a pygmy shrew as well.
Stoat!
What? Was that a lizard we just saw? There was a lizard.
And reptile that is native to the country, the viviparous lizard.
The viviparous lizard.
He looks like a gecko.
He does look like a gecko. Do you ever see these around, Owen? I want to see this.
Speaking of which, no,
He looks kind of smiley as well.
Just like
Happy Irish gecko.
Due to his geographic isolation from the rest of Europe, and also St. Patrick probably wasn't Irish, he was Welsh.
Yeah, lots of misconceptions when it comes to Irish people.
Oh.
Which brings us to. Hey, so Potter. Sorry, Patter. So what does it mean to be Irish?
Oh, we're all about the crack in Ireland, so we are.
Yeah, crack. What,
Crack every day and night of the week. We love the crack cider.
Hey, boys, that's what conceal.
Common misconception. See, we're not actually talking about drugs, we're talking about...
Resisting arrest.
We're not...
First of all, Ireland has about 4.8 million people, over 6 million if you include Northern Ireland, and has the highest birth rate in the EU. About 83% of the country identifies as ethnically Irish, whereas about 9.5% are white of other nationalities, whereas the remainder of the country is other groups like Asians,
Wow.
blacks, and who knows, probably some magical
I don't know if
wizards.
this is. I don't know how significant this is compared to things like Sweden and Finland, and it might be quite
So the country
similar.
uses euros or
Don't know if you know those numbers, Katooks.
and they drive on the left side of the road.
Now, thanks to modern media, everyone probably has at least a little bit of exposure to the stereotypical Irish culture one way or another. You know, like river dance or leprechauns or river dancing leprechauns. But there's an entire world to the deep-rooted Irish
Yes.
identity. First of all, the language.
Technically, Ireland, or at least the Republic of Ireland, is a bilingual country that uses both Irish and English, although English is used far more often than Irish ever is. The Irish language is related to other Celtic-based languages spoken in Scotland, Wales, and to some extent, Brittany in France.
Just when you thought you were safe after the Iceland episode, Irish comes along and suddenly M and H make a V sound, D and H make a G or Y sound, B, H, and F sometimes make like a W sound.
Alright, Paul, let's see you take a shot at saying these words.
All right. R-I-I-G-late.
Nope, R-I-glat, it means go on.
Talk.
Spelled like that.
Talk.
Nice try. It's talk duck, it means important.
Letras.
Nah, letters, it means toilet.
Feilnacht.
Actually, that was just one I made up. But nice try.
For a long time, the language was suppressed and discouraged by the English-speaking rulers to the point where a couple of generations were greatly affected and grew up barely knowing their own native
Shit,
tongue.
no.
Again, another example of British people being British and saying,
Although less than half the population
fuck you, you're different. You're not allowed to be you anymore.
Smile.
Goodbye.
The Irish language
Smile.
still survives into the 21st
But proud to be
All
English,
the
right?
songs are posted in both languages. They even have an Irish-speaking TV channel, radio station, and even an
Same with
online
Wales.
newspaper. In order to get a real feel of Ireland, though, you kind of have to know a little bit of history, which will take way too long.
96% is
We can
wild,
Stone Age.
Finland.
Celtic culture comes in.
Jesus.
Vikings,
Christianity,
Vikings,
Normans,
castles got built.
Black Death,
Henry VIII split from the Catholic Church and attacked.
Ulster Plantation and quasi-English rule, Oliver Cromwell,
Wars,
Theobald Wolfe who led a failed rebellion,
potato famine,
sons moved to the US and Scotland,
Gaelic revival,
North doesn't agree,
conflict and persecution against Catholics,
Home Rule,
Home Rule suspended,
World War I, Eastern Rising,
IRA fights,
Irish Civil War,
Free Staters won,
World War II they remain mostly neutral,
1969 civil rights marches,
Northern Ireland gets more drama,
they joined the EU,
Good Friday Agreement,
Celtic Tiger,
financial crisis, but they still grow and move forward.
and here we are today.
As mentioned, the largest ethnic group of people in Ireland, the Irish, come from a long line of people known as the Celts, or the Celtic.
It's Celtic, Boston. Celtic.
Not Celtic.
Thousands of years ago, the Celts roamed all across continental Europe. However, the rise of empires and warring people groups kind of pushed them all the way west into the Isles.
And the Celts had an incredibly complex system of tribes or clans and families that dominated certain regions
Oh
with
my
known
God.
chiefs and kings. This is partially why so many people in Ireland have Mech, or the almost exclusively Irish use O prefixes in their last names, which translates to son or descendant. Prior to Christianity, Celts were primarily farmers and cattle herders with pagan and druid roots.
With some controversial practices.
Pagan and Druid roots.
Christianity came in, and then Catholicism played a huge role, even to this day.
However, certain ancient traditions still lived on, like the festival of Samhain.
Sound.
Really? What? I thought M and H make a V sound.
Depends. Sometimes it does, sometimes it doesn't.
Your language.
Sound later became known as Halloween, which became popularized and is celebrated all across the world today.
However, originally they used to use turnip lanterns, not pumpkins.
Folklore and tradition is strong. We've all heard of leprechauns, but there's also Fionn McCool and the Fianna of the Fenian cycle, Cuchulainn the Hound, Deirdre and Grania, similar to the Princess Isolde and Tristan in Arthurian legend, and so much more.
And the two most popular sports, which are almost never played anywhere else in the world, Gaelic football.
And hurling.
Oh, yeah, that's like a Irish Quidditch or something, right? Yeah.
Don't call it Quidditch. Oh yeah, this is a hurl.
Oh, wow, that's pretty cool. How do you play with that?
Why don't we ask?
Oh yeah, I remember Owen was sent a video of her. That is a strange game.
Different dialects
Yeah.
from different regions. For example,
Oh, this Tassler thinks he's great. Now he's on YouTube. I'll wrap this whole round his neck. Big fat head on him. Well, I came home on a Monday night as drunk could be. I don't know who you are or where you are. And I will find you and return this wallet.
dude, thank God you came here because I would have offended the entire country and gotten stabbed within hours of upload if I attempted that. Otherwise, some famous people of Irish descent might include people like
Oscar Wilde,
James Joyce,
Bram Stoker,
Samuel Beckett,
chemist Robert Boyle,
Graham Norton,
Terry Wogan,
the Irish PewDiePie guy,
you two and Bono, Script, a Dubliner,
Phil Linnett, whom I incorrectly referred to as Billy Nott in the Guyana episode.
PewDiePie
Sorry about
guy.
that. The Cranberries,
Fair.
Enya,
Hosier, the Rubber Bandits,
the dude from One Direction,
Colin Farrell,
Cillian Murphy,
Brendan Gleeson,
Saoirse Ronan. I got that.
Nail it, Maureen O'Hara,
Richard Harris,
and Northern Ireland, Liam Neeson.
and Michael Fassbender is half Irish, so I guess it kind of counts.
Yeah, some guy called Conor McGregor.
Yeah, Conor McGregor. Oh, and according to that one Malaysian guy from Flag Friday, Westlife and Boyzone. Otherwise, we could go on and on about the rich, complex layers of music, dance, literature, symbolism, artifacts, traditions, festivals, clothing, customs, and legends. But that would take way too long. And if you want to know more, just watch any episode of Fair City or Father Ted.
Or you could just like talk to an Irish person as well.
Nah, TV's better. TV never gets anything wrong. Sure. In the meantime, Ireland's Friend Zone in 3, 2, 1. No matter where you find them in this world, you know you're going to be lucky when you find an Irishman.
First of all, as an EU member state, Ireland has strong ties to many of their continental neighbours, specifically to Catholic countries like France and Spain. The French and the Irish have a long history of joining up in the squabbles against the British.
And about 60% of students in secondary school learn French. Spain is not only close and does good business, but it's also the #1 tourist destination for the Irish, as about a quarter of their entire population visits at least once a year.
Surprisingly, the little
Damn.
Hey, Owen, why do you love France so much? What's going on there? Quarter every year. Why? But why, though? Is it just because it's like, I don't know, a warmer climate that's kind of close?
Wait, wasn't it Spain that a quarter of them?
Oh, that was France.
Tourist destination for the Irish.
a long history of joining up in the squabbles against the British.
And about 60% of students in secondary school learn French. Spain is not only close and does good business, but it's also the #1 tourist
See?
destination for the Irish, as about a
Spain.
quarter of their entire population visits at least once.
What? They said France.
No, then they said
A long
France, but then
history
they
of
said
joining up in
Spain.
The squabbles against the British.
Secondary school learn French. Spain is
Third French. Spain is
Oh
not
my
only...
god, it spoke so quickly.
Oh,
It's
you
also the #1 tourist
Jesus
destination.
Christ.
It's about a quarter of their entire
Aye,
population
Spain's
visits
better,
at least
so
once.
I'm going to let you off on that
Lithuanians
one.
have been flocking to Ireland since the 90s after the collapse of the Soviet Union and make up the third largest immigrant group after the British and Polish.
But keep in mind, the Polish, they like go everywhere, so it's no shocker. I mean, remember how they made up like 8% of Iceland's population? Now, despite the past drama, Ireland gets along pretty well with the UK. A lot of their imports come from them, and the Irish are an almost integral part of the common British atmosphere, as so many of them live there.
Nonetheless, the best friends of Ireland would actually probably be Scotland in the UK and the USA. Scots and the Irish are Celtic brothers that have shared cultures since the beginning.
Celtic brothers.
Tons of Irish moved to Liverpool after the potato famine and were generally welcomed by their cousins. I mean, horrible accents aside, have you seen that one scene in Braveheart where the Irish mercenaries backstabbed the British and joined their Scottish cousins? Yeah, like that, right? Yeah.
The USA, though, is like their favourite younger cousin, who's a lot bigger and stronger. Not only do about 30% of their exports go to the US, but after the potato famine, hundreds of thousands of Irish came flocking into Ellis Island, and to this day, about 35 million Americans claim to have either partial or full Irish heritage. The largest concentrations on the East Coast in New England. That's about 7 times the population of Ireland itself.
It even got to me somehow. Thank you, Grandpa, I never met. In conclusion, I'm actually gonna give this to you, man. Take it away.
Thank you, Paul. In conclusion, Ireland has had to Conor McGregor its way through war, famine, economic recession, terrible leprechaun rapping, and Gerard Butler's horrible accent in P.S. I Love You. Seriously, man, you're Scottish. It shouldn't be that hard. But through all that, we managed to be the coolest kid on the block, despite a few emotional issues here and there. We're pretty rad, if I say so myself. Go on, Ireland, you beautiful, drunken mess of a nation, you. And you know what? In honour of your 1/8 Irish lineage, I decided to bestow on you the title of Kind of Irish, I guess. Here's 1/8 of an Irish shamrock, tied on with a piece of sellotape.
Wow, thanks, Potter, even though I always get your name wrong, so yeah.
You do.
Oh.
Title revoked.
No, okay, come on.
We've been through this.
Okay, so it's like ladder, but patter, right? Patter, right? Patter.
Better.
Score. Stay tuned. Israel is coming up next.
Oh, this is going to be good.
Pretty sick, actually. I liked some of those bits with not France but Spain making up a quarter of their travel, because I was like, what the shit's going on there? I don't think. Actually, to be honest, no. England probably have a similar number.
Yeah.
We probably have a very similar number.
Yeah.
But fair enough. All right. Well, I'm now an Irish whiz. I can't relate because I have no Scottish heritage. Feels bad. No Irish heritage. Feels worse. Got some Welsh heritage. That means something, right? That's the same thing. Oh, I mean, maybe they did a Wales one, but there is no time now. I see we're getting more links, but if you observe the clock here, my good sirs, we're jumping into the finale. We'll do some more reacts because that's actually quite fun. We'll do some more reacts at some point. We'll jump into. No, we're going back into the Colosseum. Colosseum is better.
No.
It's good. What are you talking about?
Stop putting me in the Colosseum.
Why don't you want to be in the Colosseum? It's fine. It's a good place to be.
Because it's like it's so downwards. It's so looking down on us.
That's the point. That's why it's the Colosseum. You know how Colosseums work? You know, when it's like, big arena and everyone sits at the top and they're like,
Seats are
whoa!
above.
Yeah, exactly. Like that's where they're viewing from. You are the center of attention. At this point, you could do just chatting on the regular. I mean, I'm happy to do that. I'm happy to do that indeed. We'll see what kind of enjoyment that we derive from it in the long term, but I found that pretty fun. I think I want to stick to as shorter content as possible so we can make sure everyone gets a little bit of something.
Yeah.
Just because I don't think it's fair to have, I don't know, if someone sending a 30-minute video, someone else sending a 5-minute video and getting different stuff. But we'll suggest our own stuff as well, because we have likes and dislikes too, don't we?
We're actually humans as well.
We sometimes engage in human things, like enjoying doing and watching things.
Lex says, yeah, will you do this 1 time per week or so? I'm okay with that.
Yeah.
How about you?
Yeah, once a week sounds fine to me, because then I can do a variety of different things. I can do it more or less in the future as well. We'll see how it goes.
Hayden Fox variety show.
Provisionally.
Variety show.
The
Special variety show.
Hashtag Hayden Reacts. Or hashtag Fox Reacts. We'll think of the name, don't worry. Keep looking at you, you're up there. Thank you very much for watching, everyone. We have made it to the end of another wonderful stream, and I will see you all again tomorrow, 22 hours time. We're going to beat the desk up, because that's driving the point home.
Hashtag Alexia.
Hashtag Alexia, yeah. Hey, that's actually it's not bad. Oh god, Katooks, you must stop. you must stop. We're not that human, apparently, or non-human.
What you just said confused me.
Gonna finish up there then. I will be back 22 hours, my friends. We'll be doing probably GeoGuessr and then probably a bit of something else. Might play Getting Over It again, might cry myself to sleep. We know how that goes.
I still need to play Getting Over It.
You do, yeah. I'll have to complete it first so I can watch you suffer in full perch. I can perch myself in the Coliseum knowing that I've succeeded and you failed. Alexton. I don't like Alexton. I don't like Smass either, whatever that is.
What the fuck is
Smass? Hope puppy human doesn't give nightmares. Yeah, Katooks is correct. It is too late. All we are going to be now is the puppies. Does this transition work? I hope it does from there. Let's see. Do I get the things? Oh, I do. GG's.